Hello and welcome to Garblag Games. Tonight we have episode 3 of Age of Sigmar Soulbound, the final part of our short Faltering Light adventure series. I'm Pete and I'm the Game Master.
I'm Malgra and I'm the floaty dwarf.
Being played by Dan, who gets a bit carried away with his Age of Sigmar, apparently. I'm Ben, and I shall be playing Val, the Stormcast Eternal shit kicker, who has so far run out of bubblegum that they're just here to kick ass.
Hi, I'm Leon, and I'm playing Darak, the Kurnoth Hunter, 12-foot tall tree person, and this is my tree hair.
Hi, I'm Simon. I'm playing Imram Sealgare. I think that's how you spell it. And I'm the person that boosts other characters.
but for how long?
But for how long? Oh, we already have a reroll added to our Soulfire pool.
No, that's not to Soulfire.
No, it says
Oh no, it's not. Is it Sigmarines? That goes straight to Vel, because Vel is not one of the Soulbound. The other 3 characters are bound to each other to do great deeds in the company of Stormcast Eternal. Okay, excellent. Right. So before we get into a recap of last week, please don't forget to check out all our social media. Links are below in the About on Twitch and in the video description on YouTube. Join us on our Discord. I don't know if anyone wants to drop a link in the old chat there, where we've got 450 members of our wonderful community chatting about gaming, role-playing, war games, TV, all kinds of stuff, all role-playing and geek-adjacent things. So come and join us there. Also, check out our Patreon. There's lots of free stuff on there, even if you don't want to sign up. But if you do, there are various tiers where you can get such freebies as Gaming with a Garblag, a podcast, which is coming out soon, and various other things going on. Cool. Okay.
Special Gaming with the Garblag coming up next, isn't there?
There is. Well, this is related to, as I said, this is the last episode of Soulbound. So one way or another, we're going to end this tonight, and it should be fun. However, starting next week, we have a very special show starting. There has been the recent release of the alien role-playing game Colonial Marines Operating Manual. Hoorah! And we shall be starting the Frontier War, which is a campaign from the book, and 4 foolhardy Marines will be going on some horrible, terrifying adventures. And I think Millie's got a little video that we could put on to show people what that's all about. Go for it. Yeah, excellent.
Wow.
That fantastic trailer there for our new show starting next week, the 20th of May, 9 p.m. BST here on Garblag Games. So come and join us for that, because that is going to be awesome. And I get to play in this one, which is going to be cool. Well, I mean, I get to be horribly murdered by Millie in this one. So should be lots of fun. Right. Anyway, let's turn ourselves back to Age of Sigmar and Soulbound. So last time, Leon.
Previously on Soulbound.
I ran previously on Soulbound.
We all went down to, I want to say it's the Undercity.
It is the Undercity.
Yes. I'm remembering all the names. So we're in Pricephere. There are these realm gates, or they're not sure if they're realm gates that they're trying to open, but we're pretty sure they're realm gates. So we've got to go down to the Undercity to retrieve caskets, soul caskets.
Yep.
That, as far as I'm aware, are like battery packs for realm gates.
Yep, basically.
We have our guide taking us down there, who has a wonderfully colourful space otter. As we're going there, we found some cultists, and we didn't get ambushed. I think we ambushed them, some pink horrors,
Yes.
which then turned into some blue horrors, which then turned into some brimstone horrors. Did I get that name right?
Yep, absolutely. And the brimstone horrors kind of combined up into a mega brimstone horror.
Swarm.
I was at the
Yeah.
swarm.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they failed to take down a Stormcast Eternal.
Terrible. They were
Didn't
terrible.
do them any good.
They were terrible. I've been researching my monsters for this week.
And as we explored further in, there are a few puzzly dungeon things that are Warden, friend.
Yes,
I was getting
yep.
confused because there's two names for dwarves and I get them muddled
Yep.
up now because I'm watching Woofer Up at the same time.
Ah.
That's on Wednesdays. Everyone should catch up if they're not seen it. And it ended in a temple where, again, the Stormcast Eternal just trashed everyone in
Yes.
the temple. And there's a good
I
competition going between the
genuinely thought
Dwarven.
they were going to be like horrifyingly tough, and so I went, right, let's cut the head off of this, and it just kind of fell off.
Yeah.
Didn't
They
even
were
hit it
kind
that
of
hard.
guys in pants with shields and swords. So, you know.
I didn't know that. I thought they were like rough, tough, top of the line, mega mean, super mutant monster cultists.
Not yet.
Not
Well,
like
this is,
kebab bait.
Has
Yeah,
been super
and then-
fun. We are just fueled up, monstrous people tearing our way through the Undercity.
Absolutely. So you guys ended with a rather cool strike down on the false idol of
Yes.
Zinch in the little temple that you'd found, and there was a big thunderous bolt of lightning, and the ground shook, and everyone was suitably impressed with the Stormcast Eternal. And Shantos, your friend, peeks out from around the doorway. So you're all done.
Yes.
Well, once again, you're proving yourselves to be battle ready, like I've never seen.
I thought these were supposed to be terrifying cultists.
Well, trust me. If you're not forged from lightning and Sigmar's own hand, then these are pretty terrifying.
Fair point. Fair point.
Yeah.
Onwards, then.
Yeah. Well, look, we're close now. We're close. I think we're deep enough and close enough. Down here, I believe there's the area that you're looking for. If you remember, you were all in the realm gate itself, which is like a big archway, is in a big room at the bottom of a deep pit, and there are 3 doorways leading into that room that could not be opened. If you remember that, and you
From that
realize that they could probably be open from the other side. You feel like you may be getting down to the right kind of depths to be in an appropriate area.
It's
And
going
a
to
soul
scare
casket
the
here, yeah?
living for jinkers out of those guys when we open that door from the other side.
Yeah, I think there's a like a vault around here. Last time I
through
saw,
carrying soul caskets like big stereos.
well, the last time I was down here, I was chased out by some Zangors. I mean, I don't want to fight these cultists. I'm not going to go tangle with a Zangor. They're just horrific. So I got out of it as quick as I could. But I'll show you. But this is probably as far as I'm going to go. I doubt I'm going to go near the caskets and Zangors and whatever else it is doing. So I'll lead you just down. If you remember, there was like a natural kind of tunnel going past this little building that had been turned into a temple. I'll take you down here, but I'm not going in. These places, they're playing with souls and things. It's too much. It's too much. And he kind of beckons you on to head down the corridor. And as you arrive, you kind of go through this narrow, twisting, turning kind of, remember everything under here is kind of twisting, or it has been twisted, and floor and ceiling kind of rotate. And you're kind of, at one moment you're walking on the floor, the next it looks like an old ceiling that maybe has turned around. There's kind of tiling along one side of the wall and carpet at the other, then buttresses coming out at strange angles around you, and kind of this weird twisted underworld. Eventually you come to a large chamber, huge chamber with a vaulted ceiling that stretches into the darkness above you. You know you're really deep now. You're like properly deep down. The entire room has a faint green glow, and every surface is engraved with strange arcane runes. In the distance, you can see a door, a vast door. And in front of it, there are a group of figures kind of crouching around together, doing something. You can hear a murmuring, a chanting, but you are quite far away from them. This is a vast chamber, and it seems to be open. Yeah, arcane runes and a green glow, that's fine. So you're kind of on the edge of this chamber. They're not aware of you yet. You can see.
Is warpstone still a thing in Age of Sigmar? So we'll probably recognize it then.
How many zones are they in?
They are in one zone.
Yeah,
And
that's a good answer. I like that.
Yeah, because they're clustered around together, and they are. There are two empty zones between you and them.
They would definitely hear us coming.
It is a big. You think that this is that kind of this is that kind of chamber that will echo your Endrin rig, and just like around the whole room, you've kind of got to the entrance of this room, but not quite stepped in.
Okay, just because my stuff has the loud profile, that's it. So I'm very loud.
Well, before we go in,
I shall roll some dice then, since you've said you're loud.
Yeah, I have to be. My rig.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Loud.
That's fine. Here we go. Awareness. Get my stats
we're
out.
just going to do the usual approach, or do you want to try something clever?
My gun starts whirring.
Right, hang on.
Do I need to make anyone shiny?
Okay, as you do sort of take in this scene of the room, a head of one of the figures kind of perked up and turns in your direction. And you see these twisted, cruel, feathered and beaked, sort of warped looking people. Their bodies twisted in a slightly strange way, an arm at an odd angle, horrible kind of distended beak growing out of the face of something that once looked human, and curving horns kind of reaching back over the back of its head. And everyone please make stealth rolls for 3.
What's the difficulty?
4, 3.
That body and stealth, or mind and stealth?
Body and stealth. Yes.
Trying to find stealth.
4, 3.
I have nothing in stealth.
If you don't have it, then no. Extra
No.
dice.
I
3.
don't have anything in stealth.
You can just roll your body.
Just roll your body.
Body.
Now remember, you can ask for permission to use a point of soulfire to max out your thing, or then you can use the reroll.
I have 1 point in body.
Option B.
I rolled a 3, 3, and a 2, so
I got 1 5.
6, 2 5s, 3 and a 2. I'm a
Okay.
stealthy tree.
You are. Oh, look, there's 3 people over there at
You
that
say it was
tree. Don't worry about the
4-3.
tree. That's fine.
You did say 4, 3, didn't you?
I did. It was based on what they had rolled to kind of
Yeah, no
hear
worries.
you.
Because I got 4, 2, and I would hate to have thought that I was actually stealthy.
No. Okay, right. So as you kind of get to the entrance, the sound of the Endrin kind of enters the little tunnel that you're in and kind of echoes out into the chamber through the room. And this head turns around to look at you, and you kind of instinctively sort of take a move back towards the doorway, but you're not quite fast enough. And the Darak, they're not aware of you. But the other three, they are aware of you. And as I said, they are 3 zones away from you, 2 empty ones between you. If you imagine, on either side of those 2 zones, there's 2 more zones. Yep. So you've got a little 3x2 table in front of you, and them on the other side of it.
Darrak, Malgra, break left, break right.
He didn't say
Imran.
my name.
Charge the armor.
Charge the armor. Which spell am I casting to charge the armor?
Mystic Shield.
Mystic Shield. I thought it might have been Mystic Shield. Can I use a point of thingy? What's it? Because then I get to do an action and that.
Have you got metal?
Yes, I've metal 1. So
Yeah,
I can
then
use...
you can use that anyway
Well,
to do an action.
How about we look at initiative?
Ooh, yes.
Because we're going into a battle. So whoever has the highest initiative goes first.
Which is Simon.
Now, I
Which is
believe that's
definitely gonna
Imran.
I have 6.
Yep, 6.
That's 1.
I
2,
have
3,
initiative
4, 5,
of
and I need my other hand.
7.
Oh, Zangor's the first.
Well, one of them is. So as you're watching,
Yeah.
Zangor Shaman.
a Zangor Shaman rears up from amidst the group, clutching a huge dagger. Looks like it's made from some kind of vile tooth of some massive creature from some hellish plane of existence. And in the other hand, a staff. And it screams and then plunges a dagger down into the chest of a Zangor lying on the floor. You can now see as they start to, because they're getting up, as battle's beginning, they're kind of starting to fan out. There's 4 other Zangors.
I think that one's on our side.
And the dagger plunges into its chest. And as it does, all of the runes in the room glow slightly stronger. And you feel this pulsating. And your little Endrin takes on a slightly different tone. And you watch as blue-white energy arcs from the blade across the chamber up into the darkness above. And it looks like they are trying to, they're kind of positioned near the doorway. And as it stabs in, this energy, which you kind of see as kind of soul energy, sparks out of the body, flies towards the door, but it's almost swerves like some strange curling free kick or something, and almost like it bounces off the crossbar, and it swirls back and it flies towards 3 soulbound members, and the energy, it kind of spreads out between the 3 of you and is absorbed into you, soul energy, and you gain a point of soul fire in your pool. And it looks up and it goes.
Yeah, you're right.
Clearly.
It is on our side.
Clearly not happy. I mean, you're not sure because these things just scream and belch and shout whenever you see them. So you might be saying, "Ha ha! Finally," but you're not sure.
Did he
The
just
fact that they're
Simon up his
positioned
magic
by
wall?
a big door.
They're very changeable.
You're guessing that's not what they wanted to happen. Okay, so next on the initiative order, we have Imran.
Okay, so I cast my first one. So just to remind me, so I have mind of 4. So that's 4 dice. I have channeling training of 2. So I add
So that's
that as
another
well.
2 dice. Yep.
I have focus of 1.
So you can add 1 to a die
Right.
after you've
I
rolled.
can add 1 to a die after I rolled.
Yep.
And then I'm going
And-
to cast Mystic Shield on
Yep.
the tank, which is
And it's
5-1.
5-1. So you need 5s,
Okay.
and you want 1 success, and for every other success, you get a longer turn.
A longer turn. Okay, so I rolled really badly.
Come on, Simon, Yahtzee.
No, I didn't get Yahtzee. I got 2 5s, and then I can turn a 4 into a 5. So I get 3.
That's good.
Yep. Okay, cool. So you got 3 successes. So
1 plus successes per round. So
yes.
Yeah.
So he's got four. So Vel, she's got 4 rounds
Yeah.
of increased defense by 1 step.
I can work with that.
So what does that make your defense, Vel?
Great.
Okay. I sense, Imran, you're not done.
no, so I'm going to spend my point of metal.
Mhm.
So are they at medium range, or are they at?
They are at I think it's long
They're
range.
long range, aren't they?
Yeah, 3 zones is long.
No, I
Got
can't. Then. So you can move, do an action, or moving is the
Dan's
action?
just checking the rules.
You can move.
You can move a
Move an
zone.
action.
Okay, so I'll move. So I'll do
Yep.
that, move a zone, and then spend my point of metal to do another one.
Check.
Yes, because you should be able to. Sorry, just bear with
You
I
me.
should
can
be able
spend
to
the
do a
metal to
move
do
and
an
an
action.
action.
Short range is anything within the zone you currently occupy. Medium range is any zone adjacent to your zone. Long range is a location or target 2 zones away from your current zone. Extreme range is anything beyond that. So they're currently at extreme range.
They're currently extreme range.
Yeah. So if you
okay,
move, they'll be at long range.
yeah, so I won't bother doing a separate thing because there's no point. I might as well just move to get myself into long
To be
range.
fair, we might as well not bother. Dan would have killed them all by the time they get anywhere near us.
Can he shoot?
Not sure
people
he's
at
got extreme range, is he?
I've got long range, so I'd need to
Oh.
move one. But I
Yeah.
fly, so I can move pretty far.
So anyway, I'm going to move forwards
Into the
Right.
zone in front of you, or the one to the left, or the one to the right?
into the vote. Well, I didn't get told to break left or right.
Okay,
I'm
right.
going
So you're just
straight
going straight ahead. Okay.
forward.
So Imran steps forward.
Yeah.
Right.
I
What's
might
our
cast-
next?
Actually, I might just do Ghost Light anyway, just because that's a really cool thing.
I think you've already got one.
Yeah,
I've already got one. Wicked.
Yeah.
they last ages.
They
Yeah.
do last ages.
Yeah, you've been just rocking
On
through here, so
success
it's not.
hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I don't need to spend my metal.
No, you do not.
Cool. Who's got anyone got initiative 5?
Me.
5.
The
There we go.
The Warden, ironically.
Because
Warden.
you're steam powered.
Yeah, that's what it is. Steampunk dwarf. So that you say they're extreme range. So if I move forward
They are.
one, they become long range, don't they?
Yes.
So I'm gonna take my move action, move forward.
Yep.
And I'm gonna take my action and go, bah, Dwarden steel, eat it, ya dark. And go open
Yeah,
fire.
it's a lot of jam dice.
We get a little slow-mo shot next to his feet as the shells are going ting 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 ting,
So,
bouncing off the marble floor.
what's their defense rating?
Their defense rating is good.
Good.
They have
So-
shields.
So I would need 4s. So I only get 4.
Are we sure he's not an orc? Oh, don't say that. An orc, you mean?
An Uruk, yes, in
Uruk, yeah.
no, I'm not a Wazuk scum. So I get 3. I get 3 successes.
Okay.
So, yeah. That's with -1 to the armor,
Okay.
and that's on the first one. And then everyone
So
else.
how
in the
much
zone,
damage? How much damage do you do?
I do 4 in total.
Okay, hang on. Let me just note down all of their.
It's 4, isn't it? Oh no, sorry, 5. Sorry, 5. My apologies. I
Do you
get
do 5 points of damage
to one of them with -1.
to one of them? Minus
then
1.
And then I half, so 3 to all the other ones in the area, at -1 armor.
I think it's round down, isn't it?
Is it, oh yeah, it actually probably is round down. Yeah.
Yeah.
1 second.
So -1 armor. So okay, these guys look like they actually have armor. So they've kind of got piecemeal bits of like chain and plate and things sort of on them, and shield. So as your bullets kind of tear through their rank, they kind of you see a bit of resistance.
Hmm.
Right.
I'm gonna spend the metal and do it again. By the way,
Oh,
I spend my metal and open. Keep firing.
okay.
Yeah, what steel. And that time I got 4 successes, so 6 damage to the one I damaged a minute ago, and then that will be 3 damage to the rest of them, all -1 armor. So it'll be 5 damage to all of them, -2 armor, 1 armor overdraw.
So what was the first guy?
So the first guy took 6 damage.
6 damage.
So he's taken.
Is it the
5 and
same
6.
one?
Yeah. I
Okay.
figured it'd probably be easier for you if I just
Yep.
shoot the same one.
That's fine.
And then
So
all
the others will
rest of
take
them,
3 points of
3.
damage.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. They are struggling under this fire, and they're kind of charging towards you.
He's just laughing manically.
Okay. Right. So it's them. Right. Initiative 4 is the Zangors
And
Me.
and you guys. Okay, right.
Don't you go
So
before me, Leon?
it's I think it's Darak because of the
Is it-
a natural awareness, I think. I'm not
I
sure.
think it goes. Yeah, I think it goes
Yeah.
in natural awareness after.
Yeah. So I think Darak and then Vel, then the Zangors.
okay. Am I still hidden, or when I got illuminated by soul fire, did they like? There's a tree there.
I will make a roll for that.
That
So-
tree gets struck by lightning. That doesn't make sense.
No, they don't seem to have noticed you.
So I will move up. I'm breaking right. Wait, which way did Mel go? Did you
He
go to
went
the
straight
left?
forward.
You went
I
straight
just went straight forward.
I'm following orders. I'm a good tree. So I'm breaking to the right and moving
Okay.
forward, so they'll be within long range of me.
Yes.
And to ask if I can do this, I want to make a cool shot to the head. But if it works, it's going to stun the one it hits. So do you know what stun does before I say, let's do this? I don't want to give you
so-
more to look up if I can just damage them
Now I've
instead.
got it here. Stunned can take either an action or move, but not both. Creature can't spend metal to take additional actions. Creature speed becomes slow. The stunned creature's defense decreases 1 step.
Okay, if it brings the defense down. Yeah, okay. So I want to make a cool shot head on the shaman. So his defense will go
Okay.
up 2 steps.
Oof.
Yeah. Defense increases 2 steps.
Okay,
just-
so
I just wanna
their
try out the
defense
rules.
then against this attack is superb.
Superb. Okay.
That means you need 6s to hit.
So my skill is good. So they're 2 above me. So yeah, 5, 6. So I need 6s to hit.
Yep.
2, 3. Hang on. 4, and I get 5 dice. My ballistic skill. I got focus 1. Come on, and we still got soulfire to spend. Oh, I did pretty good. I got 2 6s.
Okay, cool.
But if I spend the soulfire, then I get 5 6s. So
But if everyone lets you spend a soulfire, then
can I spend the soulfire?
I mean, I'm
Down
happy
to Simon and Dan.
Simon, are you happy to allow it? So he's sneezing.
Yeah.
He's giving us a thumb up. Soulfire
Cool.
has been spent.
So
Okay.
5 successes. I'm guessing it still does damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 1 plus successes, so 6 damage.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah, to the head.
Yep. And and they're stunned for a round.
Until the end of its next turn.
For the end of its next turn. Okay. Yep. Cool. Right. That's your go?
Yeah. Moved.
Okay.
Shot. They probably know I'm there now.
Yeah, they'll be aware of you now. Because like everything in this, it's like it's huge actions and like powerful bows and like that kind of thing. Vel, what's Vel up to?
Yes, hello. Have they moved yet?
Not yet. So there's
Am
3.
I-
What? There's one of them's dead.
Right.
I forgot to. I should have said. And the 3 of them are moving towards you. As they're moving, you can see that the shaman is standing on a disc.
Okay. In which case, I shall utter an heroic challenge, which costs, I believe, a point of metal to use a talent. Calling out a challenge to the shaman, demanding that they face me. Oh, it has to be within medium range. They're still at long range,
I
aren't
was
they?
just about to say, is there a range?
So
on
I'll
that?
You
move,
shout,
and
face
then I'll
me.
do that.
What was that? Wait,
Okay.
so far away.
So I'm going to move towards them and then do the heroic challenge. So I'll move forward a zone to bring them into medium range.
No.
No?
They'll be at long range.
Well, I've got 2 points of metal, so I'm going to move twice and then do it.
Okay. Okay, cool.
So I'm
Cool.
going to lightning blast my way forward, steaming along like a lightning-powered golden juggernaut.
Okay, so you're going to move forward 2 zones, and then
And then I'm going to bellow a challenge at the shaman.
and what does the challenge do for our viewers?
If the creature attacks any target other than me, its melee and accuracy decrease by 1 step, and my melee increases by 1 step while attacking the target.
That's just anyway, not is that if they're not attacking you?
That's if they're not attacking me or not. Doesn't matter what
Okay.
they do.
Okay, so you get
If
bonuses
they
to
attack
attack
anyone
them.
other than me, they get
Yeah.
negatives.
Okay, right, gotcha.
They don't get negatives if they attack
That's
me.
fine. That's fine. Okay, cool. Cool. Right. Well, now it's the Zangor's go. And they are all going to move forward 1 zone and attack Vel. Because Vel's standing right in front of them. So here we go. They charge forward, savage blades in hand, swinging them. Oh, or do they have savage? Oh, no, they don't have savage great blades. That's no. Vicious beaks, they do have those.
They can normally have a mixture of any of those weapons. So it's up to
No,
you
they got
what
their
you think.
shields, though, so they
Oh,
can't
they
use a
got shields, they
two-handed
can't, yeah.
weapon. So they're going to go with their savage blades. Yes. Here we go. So their attack is good, and your defense is great.
My defense is currently great.
Okay, so they need 5s. Yeah. Okay, so the first one. Oh, that's 3 successes. So that is 3 damage.
Dink.
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 Okay, next one. Here we go.
Did you say it was their Savage Blades? They did 3 successes.
Yeah.
Then
Oh,
it's
4
1
damage.
Yeah, it's 1
Yeah,
plus.
it's 4 damage. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong one.
Does
I was
that
looking at the
remove
vicious
points
beak.
from my toughness?
Yes, you
Yes.
should remove a point from your 9
Remove
toughness.
a point from your toughness. Oh, hello.
Okay, so my toughness.
Something
I've
got
done
plummets
this. I've got the
to
same
8.
again. So again, 3 successes. So 4 damage. So that's 1 off your toughness.
Oh, 7 toughness.
Ah, and my last one. Oh, 4 successes. Hello. My dice like me tonight.
2 off my
So
toughness.
2 off your toughness.
So I'm down to 5 toughness. That's almost half my hit points.
Oh, hang on. When 2 or more Zangors occupy the same zone, their melee attacks deal +1 damage. So that's 3 more points of damage that you take.
Oh,
That's a lot.
Sorry,
Get
that's their
behind.
trait. I didn't see their trait.
Yeah.
A
no,
lot
I'm
of them
gonna
have
feel
these
that.
little, like if they're all together, like the chain rasp guys,
Hmm.
if they're in a zone together, then they emit like a cold that will sap your energy and stuff like that, which is quite cool.
That's okay. I have another power that I couldn't activate this round, but I will definitely be activating next.
Okay.
How
But you've
did you
got
get your metal
wounds
back
as well, haven't
Yes,
you?
I have.
You get 1 metal back every round.
Oh, okay. So
Yep.
you can just use, if you've only got metal 1, you might as well just do 2 things all the time.
That's what I keep
Yeah.
forgetting.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so the Zangors like start fighting, bashing at Vel, slashing and cutting, and you can see that some of them are making their way past her defenses. But you've seen Vel in worse situations than this.
Yeah, I mean,
You
come
know,
on, Sigmar.
She's been reforged 5 to have. This is the 5th time, so if anything, she'll just come back on another bolt of lightning, so you'll be all right.
Yeah,
Okay,
play
right.
David Tennant next time.
Right. So, is that everybody? I believe so. Right. We're going to go back to the beginning, and we are going to our friend, the Zangor Shaman. Now, he is stunned. Yes.
Yeah. Take that, Shaman.
Can he move any mountain?
So he can take an action or a move. Yeah.
but not
And but he can't do both, and he's slow,
I think his defense was down 1.
and his stunned creature's defense decreases 1 step. Yes. Right, so he is going to just standing on his disc of Zinch, going to cast a spell. That's his action then, and he is going to cast
And Simon, this is why you save your metal.
Yeah.
He's going to cast a spell at Vel.
No, he's not.
Well, we'll see.
Don't be silly.
Just
Although
having
my
a
dice
look at
haven't
which
been
one
rolling
might be the
particularly well, so-
might be more fun. Yeah, it's just going to do Arcane Bolt. Here we go. So it's
I get to do
4-1.
unbinding.
Well, hang on, let me roll first, and then we'll see what happens.
Okay.
5. Focus. Here we go. I've got 7 dice for this. I need 4-1. 7 successes.
Oh no!
Yeah, you might need to fix this, Simon.
So make a mind channeling
That's the
test
best
versus-
roll I've done in a long
versus
time.
The casting
So,
difficulty of
Hang
the
on,
spell.
hang on. So let's just figure out what that would do if it gets passed. The target suffers 1 damage per success. So that's 7 points of damage, but you got armor 3.
Yeah.
So you'd be taking 4 points of damage.
Which is enough to put me down.
Should
Well, no, you got
actually
wounds,
You
become
can
haven't
take a
wounded.
wound.
You then take a wound,
Oh, I see. Right.
so you should have wounds as well.
Yes, I have
Yeah.
got wound. I've got loads of
Yeah.
those.
You know how many wounds you got?
I've
I don't
got
have
4.
2, 3, 4, 5.
It's above mortally wounded.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
so it's
4
lit-
little, four little
Yeah, that's-
circles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that.
Oh, okay.
You tick them out as you take wounds.
Yep.
Well, I might just not.
That'd
bother
take
rolling
me to a
dice.
wound.
He's got so many wounds.
That's fine, because Simon can try and block.
Counter spell or something?
So
Unbind.
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 Make a mind channeling test versus the casting difficulty of the spell.
Okay.
So the
4-1.
casting difficulty is 4-1. So I basically need to roll 6 dice and get a 4.
Or spend a soul fire to max it.
No, I don't need to do that. I can just roll 6 dice and get a 4.
Yeah, he only has
Blimey.
to.
Yeah,
I
only
only
has-
get 1
I
4.
get
Yeah, he literally
yeah,
only
it's
has
just
to
against the
pick up.
difficulty of the spell.
Well,
Crack
That's a
on.
bit
And
cheeky.
actually, I've got
You have to spend a
focus
metal
one,
to
so I
do
only
it,
need-
though.
I only need to
Yeah.
get 3 up.
Yeah, you have to. He has to spend his metal to do it, but
Yeah.
that's why a kind of a wizard doesn't spend their metal to do
Yeah.
extractions unless they
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to. If we're
Yeah.
in a wizard
To
fight off.
safeguard wizard
Yeah.
fighting.
Oh, look, I rolled lots of dice and one of them was higher than a 3.
Okay, cool. So you unbound it.
I unbound it and
Okay,
used
cool.
my metal.
Okay,
That's
cool.
okay because I get it back in my turn.
Yep. And he's going to use his point of metal
To unbind your
uh,
unbinding.
to cast another spell. He's going to cast another Arcane Bolt at Vel.
Oh no!
Fine, because I can just use the soul fire to gain my metal back.
You're not wrong.
That's fine. No, that's cool. That's cool. Use your soul fire up. That's cool.
Mm.
Right. Or maybe he's going to shoot at the wizard. The range on
He's
this
got half a
spell.
brain, he would.
The medium. Well, I don't know. There's a Stormcast Eternal running at him.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, right. Let's
Did
try
just
it
get
again.
hit
Here
in
we
the
go.
head.
Here we go. Oh, not as many successes. I got 4 successes that time.
The vow will take 1 damage.
So you're going to use the soul fire.
No,
Not if he's only taking 1
No.
damage.
no.
Or
Okay.
she, sorry.
You know, there's only so much I can do for him. He is a soul fire eternal. He's got to stand up for himself. She.
Also, do we had some of the water stuff, didn't
Oh,
we?
that's the point. He is disadvantaged.
No, he's shooting at Vel.
Yeah, but
It,
oh no,
they're-
it's his melee and
those-
accuracy
yeah.
that decreased.
Yeah.
That is casting.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I tried.
No, that's cool. But he's attacking you anyway, and you're the one who challenged him, so he wouldn't have
Yeah.
a penalty.
No, I meant when he cast at Simon.
No,
He's not
didn't.
casting at Simon.
No.
Oh, okay.
Casting
So
you.
he is
No, no.
That's
So you
fine.
suffered
He's
another
still casting at
wound.
you because
Another
you're
toughness.
Yeah.
you are hell bent on
ending
taking him down. Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. So that didn't work, and it's like frustration, but no longer stunned. Cool. Right, next, Malgra.
No, it's our elfy elf.
Elf.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
used
me.
to the first action. I thought Simon had his round, but yeah,
No.
cool.
So it's medium. I am going to use a soul fire point if everyone's happy with that.
I know what you're about to do.
So
And
now
I'm
going to do-
absolutely okay
I'm now
with
going
you
to
doing
do Arcane Blast.
Oh, you're not
uh,
doing Riptide?
No, because Riptide is the target of 1 damage person set, ignore armor.
Yeah,
But it's only
Exactly,
on
so if
one
you use-
person.
Yeah. Oh.
Whereas actually, I
Yeah,
can
they're
do
not in the
6
same zone.
Whereas
Ah,
I can
you're
actually-
you're using arcane
do-
blast.
I can do 6 points of damage to everyone in Val's zone.
Yeah, that would include Val.
That would
No,
include Val.
No, it doesn't. Because I have arcane discipline. When your spell targets a zone, you can choose a number of targets
Oh, you
equal to your
do?
focus and
Oh,
channeling
cool.
to be unaffected by the spell. And my
So
focus
Wicked.
is 1.
Awesome.
Yes, nice.
Awesome.
That's why you print out the character sheet.
I'm looking at your character sheet now, but I
Oh, so
just
you can read them.
arcane discipline. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you read them.
Non-anomaly has just said, have some more fire for your souls. And the real sea chicken, welcome back, the real sea chicken, has said, emergency reroll for whoever needs it. Does that include me?
No, it's 2,000 to give
Oh.
you the points, Pete. You made those rules.
I know. We're gonna have to up those points at some point.
Yeah. So I will just do everyone. I will just do everyone in Val's zone 6 points.
So
of
the
damage.
three dudes.
So
Yeah.
what's your focus?
My focus is 1.
But isn't Mal and Val? in
No,
that
no.
zone?
Val ran
No.
2
Val.
blocks to get ahead
Yeah.
of us.
Round 2.
Oh,
I'm standing next to or floating next to the elf.
So because it's in rounds, when I used my metal, did that count as me using my metal in this round?
In this
Because
round,
we're in
yeah.
this
So it's the
round.
begin. So once everyone's done, we then
Yeah.
go right.
You at the beginning
Everyone
of the
get a
round,
metal
you get
back.
your metal point back.
Begin initiative
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. That's kind of where I was going. So yeah, they all take 6 points of damage.
Oh, did you roll?
I didn't need to
Yeah,
until you
you-
Soulfire.
Soulfire.
Oh, you self-fire. Okay.
So they're
So
all
they each take
automatically
6 points
sixes.
damage.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So, so Vel, you're there fighting away, and the blasts are coming at you and getting absorbed and dissipating from the magical power. Like fish are flying out of the air and intercepting these blasts that are coming to get you. And there's a shark at one point. A sharknado kind of whips one away, and you're like, whoa! And then suddenly a blast of water and crustaceans.
Can't we have the basically the rolling waters come flashing past him and then the
Yep.
sea trout leaping,
yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
leaping
And
sea
trouts
trout.
flip out and whack them in the face, and they get swept away by the rolling tide, and all of them are dead. They scattered.
Well, that's cool. That just saved me the bulwark power.
Yes, indeed.
Now
Um,
there's now
I
at
haven't
this
used
point,
my diplomat
at this,
ability
at
yet.
this point, I'll shout the immortal. I'm trying to remember what the immortal is. Oh, you're all clear, kid.
Let's blow this
let's blow
thing.
this
and
thing.
go
Let's blow
home.
this thing.
Yeah.
What do we say, Dan? That still only counts as 1.
I still only count as 1.
They're killed by a swarm of piranha. Yes, Narek Nitzeko. I like that idea. The water
Yeah.
recedes and they're all lying on the floor with like piranhas and crabs and things all over them, just
Definitely
eating them.
Just like this one crab that refuses to be unsummoned is just sitting there going,
Yeah.
no, I'm eating
No.
this.
I'm hungry. Cool.
Right, how
so,
far away is Boss Man at the minute? Oh, it doesn't
Well,
matter. It's not my go.
It's not your turn yet. Mal's got to tear it to pieces with a minigun.
What's his defense rating?
It's back to normal now, so it's
Yeah.
good.
It's good.
Yeah.
Bam. So that is 4 successes. So that's
Oh.
6 damage and -1 to his armor.
Okay. So,
It's
That much.
concentrated fire.
ah,
Is he
So
still
it's
alive?
tracking fire, isn't it? You just walk the bullet
Um,
straight up him.
is he what? Sorry,
Is he still alive?
he's still alive. Yep.
Ah! Metal's being spent. It's going again. Ooh wee! That's 5 successes when we use my focus point. That's 7 damage and -1
Oh
armor.
wow. Okay, your bullets like tear into him, and a large chunk of flesh flies out, and he screams an unholy, fingernails on a chalkboard kind of scream, and you're all like, ugh, this thing's got to die. Cool.
Mao looks like he's enjoying himself a little bit. I mean, he's got his goggles on and everything, but he's just like, you hear visible joy on his laughter as he's, unleashing hell.
There's just that focus on the goggles as you're
Yeah.
like, ah.
You know, a
Cool.
bit like you know in the Mad Max Fury Road, the new one that's like really
Yep.
poor. But you know the bit where he's in his glass. He's like, that's what Mao looks like right now.
Cool. Right, next it's Darrak.
Okay.
Witness me.
So I'm going to move up to where Val is.
Yep.
I'm going to shoot the shaman.
Yep.
My bow and arrow.
Are you going to proceed that by singing, I shot the shaman?
I needed 5s, didn't I? Because his armor's great. Is it?
But I did not
No, it's
shoot
good.
a disc of
4s.
Zinch.
I need 4s. Okay, I got 1 with a focus then. So I got 1 success. So that's 2 damage. And I've got piercing on that.
And what does that do?
Minus
Ignore a
1.
point of armor. Okay. I was about to say, pa-ching, but no, you got through.
And then
So now he's onto his wounds. It's every hit takes a wound off, doesn't it?
I'm going to spend
Yep.
a metal for my next action.
Oh,
And I'm going to help Vel. So I'm going to put the bow away and pull out my greatsword. So when Vel makes a melee attack. Oh, wait, no, I don't know if it'll work if I'm in a different zone.
You just said you got into the same zone as her.
But Vel's
Yeah,
going to
but
move
I'm
up
going
to
to
the
have to
shaman.
move to mix it up with the shaman, aren't I?
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't think I can do that.
Yeah, but you can spend a soul thing to get another melee. If we've
Another
got enough
metal.
to get another
But I think
metal.
because it'll be moving out of my range. It doesn't say that in the help. It's just you assist them. But yeah, I'll just go for another shot. So I'll spend my ass to take another shot.
okay.
2 successes, so 3 damage.
With Pierce.
Pierce.
Okay. Looking a bit like Boromir right now.
Sorry, Val, I was going to help.
He is at 2/3 of a Boromir already.
Yeah. Okay, so that is Darak's go. Vel,
Right, he's only 1 zone away from me, isn't he?
is that in the zone in front of you? Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we're going full immigrant song.
Dum, da, 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 dum,
Dun,
da,
dun,
dum,
dun,
da,
dun,
da,
dun,
dum,
dun,
da,
I'm
dum,
going to
da,
do
da,
the
da.
big leap through the air, bring down the sword, and bisect him. Just
Okay. There is a crackle of electricity as the camera focuses on the booted feet of Vel slamming into the ground and pushing up. Whew, sword goes up high.
it
Lightning
has to be
comes
one-handed
through.
because I've got a shield.
Oh yeah,
but yeah.
okay. Yep. And go for it.
So I'm rolling body and stabbing.
Weapon
Aren't I?
skill.
Weapon skill. Yes, that's the one. And I've got focus in that, so my difficulty is 1 lower.
Don't
Hang on,
forget,
hang on.
you also challenge.
I'm currently at great on my hitting.
And
Yep.
he was good, so you'll freeze.
Right, so I'm on 3s, and I've got 5 dice. 1, 2. Oh my word! 2 3s and 2 6s, and I've still got another dice, another 1. So that's 5 successes
Okay.
with my sword. 1 plus successes in damage.
Okay, so you do 6 damage.
Yes.
Got 2 armor, so that's 4 damage straight up. So your last 2 spaces on his wound track are filled. And you bring your sword down through his body,
Come from the land where the lightning grow.
joining the dots of the arrows in his chest, coming down between the legs and smashing the disc of Zinch
They alive?
beneath him. Semi.
Semi.
And the power of the shaman going means it kind of renders it inert and just
Plus being stabbed by a Sigmarite blade.
yes. And you
Can't be
land
doing
with a
any
crash
favours.
of lightning and drums and electric guitar. And this is becoming a familiar way that your battles end as a team. The loosening of the jar and the smashing of the jar.
I feel like
you-
I have a responsibility to end the fight after these guys have put so much work in.
Yeah. It'd be rude not to. Okay, so there's a sudden silence in the room as the creatures are all dead and the small crab has left the corner of the chamber. And around you, the faint glowing runes have now that you've been in the room for a while and your eyes have adjusted, have a kind of faint thrumming, pulsating pulse to them. And as you're all standing there, Vel, you don't feel quite as bound to this, but the rest of you feel like a tug, like this. The rhythm of these runes is in sync with your own heart and your pulse or your body or your rhythms, whatever your wood rhythms, whatever it may be. Imran, when you saw the soul earlier on escape the Zangor body and fly up into the room, but then come back to you, you realize that there must be some link between soul magic, the soulbound, this chamber, and in particular this door in front of you, which has a large, impressive set of runes and Agloraxian kind of carvings all through it. And you feel very much that a dedication of soul fire would be required to open this door. This room beyond, no doubt, has something to do with souls. So giving a little bit of soul to it is what will let you in.
Okay. How do we do that?
Well, you can each give up a point of soul fire.
Steve. Dan, how do we do healing in this?
Right, that's what I was going to literally ask Pete. Have we got any of the Aether Gaias, the special water from Gairan? The life
I've got
ones?
Aqua Gyranis.
That's the one.
Yep.
That's money, but it
Yep.
also can be used to heal.
Okay.
Now do I have it here on my fancy sheet? No, I do not. So I'm going to have to look for it because you can drink some of it and get your toughness back.
Chew your way through a fiver and get better.
Basically, yeah. So
I
it's
have
also-
200 drops of Aqua Giannis.
You can also spend a point of soul fire to recover all toughness.
but Ben can't do that because
I can't do that.
Sure.
So yeah, I have 200 drops of Aqua. What
What if
said.
we just kill Ben's character and then use the soul fire?
Is that like when the aliens
some
try
mileage.
to
Well,
considering the
escape and
room
they
you're in, you'd
basically just
probably be
turn to
setting
the
off a nuke.
weak guy?
Let's have a look.
So,
Healing.
each drop of Aqua Gyranis restores 1 toughness. A phial restores 10 toughness.
Okay, so I have 200 drops of it.
So you
You're
can basically, you can literally just drink however many
Up to your
drops.
toughness.
Yeah, up
Recover
to
your toughness
and
through your
recover
drops.
through your drops.
Okay.
Does
Same
it heal
per drop.
wounds as well, or is it just toughness?
It's just toughness. You need a bit more to heal wounds because
Yeah,
wounds are like
you
when
need to
you
actually
like,
rest.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I've got
You
plenty
could rest
to
for
repair my
8
toughness.
hours.
No, I can't.
If you rest for 8 hours, your toughness returns to its maximum and your wounds heal slightly. You can clear 1 space on the wound track. Now, wounds aren't 1 for 1. Depending on how much damage you take when you're down to 0 toughness, you fill in a certain number of spaces on your wound track. So if you
Okay.
take 1 point of damage, you fill in 1 spot. If you take 2 to 4, you fill in 2 spots. If you take 5 or more, you fill in 3 spots.
Okay. So I am at
Yeah.
2 spots, but I've got a way to go before I have to fill in the 3rd one.
Yeah.
And I can
Okay.
repair my toughness with the Aqua Gyranis.
Yeah, if you drink the Aqua Gyranis, then you can recover all your toughness.
And what
just
does my
tell-
hammer pendant do?
Should
I
tell
seem
you.
to make a big fuss out of it.
It's probably like my lucky charm. It's just there
It's
for
your holy
decoration.
symbol of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the holy symbol of Sigma.
Yeah.
Just to cover that, I don't
Yeah.
think your 3rd spot fills in when you've taken the above 5 damage. If you take
No. If
2
the
points damage,
hit you
1 will fill in.
receive. Yeah.
Yeah.
So each time you get hit when you're down to your wounds,
Yeah.
the number of wounds you take
Oh, okay.
is based on how much damage they deal to you.
Right, with you. Okay,
Yep.
so I'm only
Yep.
at 1 wound.
Yeah, I can't remember how much damage I actually did to you to give you a wound.
By the time we'd taken away the toughness, it wasn't very much.
Okay.
I think it was.
yeah,
In
so
fact, it was only 2 points.
okay, in which case you need to fill in 2 of your wound track.
Okay, so it is 2.
Okay. I think I need to take a quick break. Getting buzzed. yeah, if we can go for a quick break, that would be awesome.
See you in a bit.
Hello, and welcome back to part 2 of episode 3 of Faltering Light, our Age of Sigmar Soulbound adventure. Apologies for the impromptu break there. Fatherly duties called briefly. So, where were we? You were in this large vaulted chamber with the doors in front of you with Aglaraxian carvings and strange glowing green runes. And you felt that a pull, a draw towards them, and felt that if you gave up a bit of your souls, bit of your collective soul fire, then perhaps you would unlock this doorway. And that maybe that's what the shaman was doing, trying to use the magic of the souls of his own Zangors to open this doorway.
Okay, people, we got to use some soulfire. Who's in? I'll put my hand out in that kind of way that they do. Like put my hand out, wait for everyone else to put their hand out, apart from obviously the one that can't because he hasn't got any.
I'd love to help, but mine's all bound up. I'm going to neck some Aqua Gyranis, though.
Okay.
Warden's looking at your hand, being like, "There's no profit in this. I don't see the point. And also, I'm not touching an high elf, so let's just go over to the door and put some soul magic in there."
Okay.
Darrak is a little confused, so I'm just going to hold my hand out in front of me in the same way that Imran's holding.
But not
hand out
into
in
the
front of-
center point, but
No,
just like
just
hand
in front
of
where
me.
I'm standing.
Okay,
just
cool.
hold my hand out in front of me. Like that's
Cool.
I'm gonna walk
what
through
we
the
do.
door,
Okay.
shaking my head, saying, "Guys, we need to work on this."
Okay. As you open yourselves up to this pull, Vel, you witness this blue-white energy pouring out of them and ascending up into the kind of vaulted ceiling, and it illuminates the top, and you can see there are more runes carved there, and it goes into the lintel of the doorway, and that glows, and a pale green glow sort of ripples down the doorway, and as it ripples past each rune, they kind of pulse with power, and so we'll lose 3 soul fire from the pool. And the doors slide sideways into the wall in front of you, rumbling on some ancient wheels somewhere hidden in the walls, but you can hear them.
Malgra's definitely going to rush forward trying to get a look at this because this is amazing. Engineering at its finest.
Get a brief glimpse through the kind of slot where they're moving, but then they've recessed and are away. And before you see a large chamber. Hang on, let me
With loads of people standing in it,
get...
looking at a closed realm gate.
Braga, the fire slave.
That'd be really annoying if we open this door and it turns out to be back where we started.
It's like,
Um,
turn.
This chamber is gigantic, and a low thrumming sound permeates the room. There are rows and rows of casket-like pods on some sort of rack system. Most of them glow with various colors, ebbing and swelling in intensity as the sound changes. So you kind of go in, and kind of like a cryogenic storage chamber, that kind of pods big enough for perhaps a body, kind of casket shaped, with frosted glass and strange lights glowing inside of them, are racked up on either side of this huge long room. And they're all kind of in slots in the walls, and in the center of the chamber there is a, similar to the one in the cold room that you saw before, Malgra, there is like a control panel, it's a raised platform with a control panel on it. It's kind of all muted, dusty gold color, little levers and controls kind of up there. And as you kind of step forward, you can feel this real thrum, this power. These soul caskets are clearly powered, but for some reason things are not working. Ahead, at the end of the chamber, kind of a wedge shape, so it narrows away from you, and at the far end you can see familiar pair large doors that seem closed, but that may actually open from this side. And you realize that you are in one of the 3 chambers that surrounds the Realm Gate room beneath the beacon that you saw at the beginning of the adventure, where there were the doorways that you could not open, and thought that perhaps, Malgra, they would open from the inside. And here you can see that that one of those doorways led into this battery, this casket vault. And all around you, there's a thrumming of power. You haven't entered the room yet, though, but the doors have just opened and this scene appears in front of you. It all has a spectral, think Return of the King ghosts, greeny kind of flow around it. That's the kind of color of soul stuff, with a hint of blue occasionally, arcing when it turns into power, through a channel and down a big kind of conduits and things. It all looks ornate and ancient and powerful, and there's that kind of thrum to it.
Right, Malgra, time to work for a living.
That's what you say, Val. But it was me who shot all those ugly little things earlier. Don't you forget that.
And this is the real reason we're here.
Okay, yeah, okay, all right. I'll just go.
Unless you want me to deal with the technology.
Oh God, no! My gun in his beard. I wouldn't let you touch that. I'm gonna go and start blowing off the dust off the controls.
Okay. Well, as you walk up, you can see that these caskets hold the bodies and souls of mortals captured by the Agloraxians long ago. For untold centuries, they have waited here, trapped and removed from the cycle of life and death, in order to serve as an energy source for the needs of the ancient mages. Activating the Realm Gate of Brightspear incurs a heavy cost, clearly. But you're aware of this kind of magic, and it doesn't faze you. You've seen worse things in your adventures. And you get up to this control panel, and you can see that there are 3 sets of controls. In the middle, it seems to be lit the kind of ethereal green, and the set on the left and the set on the right are red. There's kind of red stone light coming from the stones embedded in them. And as you all kind of are standing now further into the room, you can see at the end of the corridor, at the end of the room, not only is there a big double door at the end, but either side of it there is a single door.
Like a single person door, or like a.
It's big, but it's not the double door, the huge double doors that are at the other end. But it's kind of like maybe Darak's size.
Didn't see those on the other side.
No.
Maybe an office for an administrator.
Well,
Shall I nip back round the other side and see if it's like, if I knock?
It might take you a little while to get there.
Yeah.
Which door do you want to go? Oh, it's just, it's kind of 50 feet down the corridor, down the room. Malgra, while they're all having a look around, please make a so we can have certain roles. We can have Mind Arcana or Mind Craft
Mind
rolls in here,
craft.
and it's DN 5-1. Oh, sorry, 5-3.
Hey,
Sorry.
5-3 with using my focus point. Otherwise, it would have been only 5-2. So I got a 5-3.
Okay, cool. So you can see that these controls relate to 3 chambers. The central controls relate to the room you're in. And looking around, you can see all of the caskets are firmly planted in their racks, and everything's thrumming and humming. And you seem to think that that corresponds to these central controls saying that this battery chamber is operational. There are 2 sets of readouts here. It seems like you're in the main control chamber for this soul casket battery, and maybe there are 2 chambers that are not operating properly.
Ah. I think
Probably relating to the 2 side doors down the end of the corridor.
I think we're in the main room, and there's 2 more rooms like this, and that's why probably the realm gate's not working, because it looks to me like they're not switched on.
Okay.
Are there any buttons for me to press, Pete?
There are some buttons and levers, but it seems to be saying to you that there's not a connection coming through from those rooms. So something may be wrong in those rooms.
So we're going to have to go into those rooms and fiddle with those control panels instead.
Potentially, yes.
Potentially. All right, there's nothing to be done in this room, which is a little bit annoying because I thought this was going to be a whole big thing after we killed all that outside the door. But we'll go wandering into another room. Let's see where these doors lead. And he starts like doing that, like he's doing eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Sure.
Pick the pick, you're the engineer.
That door there. And he points to the left-hand door.
Okay. So you go over to the left door, and it is not sealed or locked. And as you push it open, it's a large stone door, but it seems to move on some sort of pulley wheel system embedded in the wall. It's kind of almost as if it's very supported. So when you push it, it feels light, but you can tell the stone is actually heavy. And you guide the door. Oh, GM reroll. Ooh.
Why?
Thank you, non-anomaly.
Why?
Carnage. Yeah.
Why?
You push the door open, and there is a curving corridor. Curving round. You went left, didn't you? Curving round to the right, as if it may be going around some sort of central large chamber. And as you follow that corridor around, you get to another door at the end, looking very much like the one you've just come through.
You're
going to go into that chamber?
No.
Let me go first, just in case.
Well, actually, we always go in really noisy. I hate to say it, but let's let the tree go in first. Because for some reason, people don't see him as a tree. But let the tree go first and see if there's anything in there. Then we can go afterwards. Also, has anyone seen that guy that came down with us?
He left.
He always seems to disappear when you get in a fight, but he said he wouldn't be going in. So
After you then, Darrak.
I will approach the door and I guess to try and open it stealthily.
Sure.
Tree my way in.
We've just seen that they're quite a tree my way in. Seen that they're fairly well weighted, so they're not large like doors, you know. More.
I just went back into opening it.
Aha, there we go.
Do you want a stealth roll? Or...
Yeah, stealth roll. Go for it.
Okay. I don't know what the DM is, but I got 2 5s and
Just
2
be a
4s.
4-1. If I don't say anything, it's a 4-1.
Okay, I got 4 successes.
Okay, cool. Right. So you pull the door slowly open, and kind of Squirrel looks around the corner. and you peer around, and there's not as much light in this chamber. There you can see a similar setup as the last one, racks and racks of these kind of caskets, but it looks like a bunch of them are on the floor rather than in their racks, and therefore the room isn't as well illuminated. Seems to be a little bit dark. You're not sure.
Okay, I would like to try and creep towards where the control panel is in this room, or to one of the tipped over caskets.
There is
whichever's
no
closest.
control panel in this
Oh, okay.
room.
Can I creep over to one of the tipped over caskets just to try and be more central in the room?
Sure. You kind of creep in and you can see that for some reason it looks like they've slipped out of their racks, or someone has removed them a long time ago and not replaced them. They are not. They're not plugged in. You can see on the end of each casket there is kind of like a conduit, kind of giant USB port kind of thing on the end, and they kind of slot into a recess, but there's like a smaller inner recess that kind of connects them to this big rack that is channeling all of their soul energy. And as you look into that hole, you can see the kind of power gathering, but it doesn't seem to flow through.
Are there a group of Zangor cultists chanting loudly, sacrificing
Nope.
people? No,
Nope.
okay.
Nope.
I shall
Oh, look,
creep
someone
back.
left soul fire on the floor. As you reach down and touch one of these soul caskets, some of the soul magic sneaks out into your body and at a point goes into the soul fire pot. Thank you, Narodnidzeka.
I will creep back to my colleagues. The chamber appears to be empty, but soulfire caskets do not appear connected to
So we connect them.
the main structure.
Right, that seems like the sensible option.
Mm.
Poor blighters been trapped inside these things for a long time. This is the problem with magic. Never trust magic.
No,
I
if
should
you're going to
wander in
reforge
the
a soul,
room.
And he
reforge
fixes
it
it.
properly.
He
I'm-
fixes a
I'm-
look at the mage.
I'm gonna walk past him so he can look at the back of my head.
Oh no, you feel it because a Warden can scowl, and he's scowling. You know he's scowling at you as you're walking past him.
Yeah.
The trouble with them now is they're so far gone that if we release them,
Oh,
they'll
there's no
either
saving
attack
these.
immediately or
There's no saving these poor blighters.
make their way to Shish and make our enemies there stronger.
You never know, Val. They might be storied heroes. Be reforged by your mighty god.
I shall start picking them up and putting back into their place while these two discuss the merits.
Okay.
of freeing
But
So
we
that
can do
you
this
start
while
to-
picking them up and putting them
Yeah,
in.
so you're discussing the merits of,
Yeah,
of
well,
soul
well-
caskets, and while you kind of slot them in, and everyone that you slot in, you hear this kind of vibration and this coursing power
It's
flowing through the
decidedly
rack.
matrixy, isn't it?
Oh yes, definitely. And as you plug them all in, you can see these forlorn faces just through the icy, frosted over glass of their soul caskets. Some in twisted torture, some in pleasure and glee, and you kind of slot them in. And once all of them are in, the room suddenly, the light source increases and flows through, blue arcing power now crackling between the caskets, and you hear distantly.
Is there a door out of this one that would correspond to
There
another one
is.
of the doors in? Yeah.
There is a door. There is a big set of double doors at the end of the room. It's another wedge-shaped room, and there's another side door that could possibly lead you around to maybe a third chamber.
Who'd have thunk it?
I know, crazy, right?
Ah, but let's get going then. One more room to go.
You know something terrible is about to happen, don't you?
Just follow him.
Oh no, don't be silly. We already dealt with the ugly bird creatures.
Maybe
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
maybe someone should stand in the main room when we do so that you're actually at the controls while we put the last of the soul caskets on.
Well, I don't think splitting up's a good
And
idea.
then we need Malcolm to supervise the installation of the soul caskets anyway. None of us want to get it wrong.
That's
Okay.
right. I'm the only engineer here.
Okay. Let's
I
just
see the
double check.
wisdom in what you're saying, unless you want to go and stand by the controls.
Okay, I'll go
Imran.
stand by the controls.
I don't think leaving people on there. There could be more of those birdie things walking around, and it's not wise to be splitting up. I've seen what happens when you split up.
Just scream outrageously if anything bad
Right,
happens.
I walked off
So where are you going, Imran?
to the main chamber.
To
where
the
all
with the
controls are.
control panel.
Yeah, with the switches
Okay.
and dials.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
things that I have
So you
absolutely
can-
no idea what they do.
So you can now see that the left-hand set of controls have switched from a red to a green light.
Yeah.
And a couple of dials have moved, and then a couple of little switches have changed position.
You know what that is, Val, don't you? Don't want to pick up any more of these tubes and plug them in.
Academic,
Easy.
not built for it.
Doesn't surprise me. Elves. Ugh. Right, let's go do this last room.
Forget that elf has saved us all more than once.
So you're going to make your way to the last chamber.
Most definitely. This time, not stealthing, because we've done a stealth thing now. I think we're safe now. So now we'll just like bowl straight into the next room.
Okay, so you barrel straight into the next room, and as you come into the room, you can see again this chamber is another soul casket battery, and a series of soul caskets have been removed and deposited on the floor. These ones, however, have been cracked. As you enter the room, the rest of the room is quiet. There's no thrum of engine. There's no power coursing through this area. It's that kind of background, clearly not working, this battery. But there is a rattling of a chain and a frost on your breath as you enter the room. And you can see that right in front of you, Malgra, as you said, barrel into the room.
Yeah, it's sing the
in your
dwarven sailing
zone.
song.
In your zone, and the zone in front of you, there are a number of spectral, ghost-like creatures. A couple of these soul caskets are cracked, and it looks like a fine filament of shyish energy is creeping out of them and forming into kind of tormented souls. The rage of this creature being trapped inside a soul casket for centuries has meant that the very parts of its soul escaping have turned into vicious creatures.
Told you.
Um,
I said it, didn't I? I said shyish.
You need a wizard.
Yes.
That's what you need.
and these chain rasps rattle their chains and weapons at you as you enter into. There are 8 chain rasps in the room, and something bigger, something larger, something with a strange, cruelly forged looking helmet on its head, which you believe to be a dread warden. It has a large staff upon which there is a set of candles burning with a baleful green light, and they all kind of turn.
Not what
towards
I
you.
was expecting.
And we're engaged in hand-to-hand combat. So I'm guessing everyone else is kind of in the zone behind Malgra in the corridor. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Malgra's gone into the room. Imran's back in the main chamber, looking with dials and buttons. And Malgra, you've stepped into combat.
Probably looking back over your shoulder as you did so, and then turned around and they're there.
Yeah. Don't worry,
Yeah.
guys. I've got this door. Oh, gee, God.
I'm just looking for surprise.
Surprise. Okay, the flow of battle. Surprise. If you have surprise, you can take a single action. You cannot use metal to take additional actions. You can spend metal for talents. So basically, if I'm surprised, Once the surprise is over, combat follows initiative. So you basically, because I'm assuming I'm the one that's surprised.
Yeah, you are surprised.
So you could your guys can take a single action.
If you have the element of surprise, you get a special surprise round where you can act. If multiple participants benefit from side the act in order of initiative, during surprise round, you can take a single action.
Mhm.
Okay, right. So, so there are 8 chain rasps in this room. 4 of them are in your zone.
Oh crap!
4 of them are in the zone beyond, and the Dread Warden is in that zone. Okay.
Okay.
So is it
Now the-
4 and a Dread Warden in that other zone?
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Which makes their zone a fun zone. You can see the rack around them has got frost hanging off of it. The floor looks slick with ice, and it looks deadly cold there. Perhaps some sort of hazard. It's and lesser so in the zone that you're in, Malgra. You probably haven't only slipped over because you're hovering above the floor, and as you kind of come in and you're aware that it's really cold in this room. This means that the zone you're in is a minor hazard that ignores armor, which means you take a point of damage. No armor.
Oh, lovely.
Their zone, the zone that the Dread Warden is in, if he's in a zone with more than one chain rasp, 2 or more chain rasps, sorry, then it becomes a major hazard. So if you enter their zone, you will take 3 points of damage. And if you stay in their zone, you'll take 3 points of damage, ignoring armor. However, these are the most common form of undead that are known to exist. So get your broom out. So these 4 creatures turn towards you, and they flail at you with malignant weapons. I love all the names of all the horrible blades. Right, here we go. 3d6. Their attack is average. Your defense is
Average.
so it's 4+. Okay, so first one's got 2 successes, so that's 3 points of damage to you.
Okay, I take one of those because I've got 2 armor.
Okay, did you take your cold damage?
I did. I'm down.
Okay.
I'm down to 5 toughness.
Oh, here we go. 2 successes, so 3 damage.
4 toughness.
Okay, the next one, 1 success, so 2 damage.
I'm okay. I got 2
You're
armor.
okay, and 3 successes. I've got a 4, 5, and a 6. Look at that.
So 4 damage
That's
in total.
4. Yeah.
Another 2.
Yeah.
So I'm down to 2 toughness.
Okay, so you guys, as he kind of floats into the room, kind of drifting in there with his engine, you hear, followed by, I assume, as the minigun starts to wind up. Okay, so that's a surprise round.
Now we drop
Okay.
back into initiative.
So now we go into initiative order.
I mean, Mao is the one dressed most like a Ghostbuster.
Yeah, I can turn the gun into reverse and it starts sucking him in.
Yeah.
Right, chap.
Thump, thump, thump. Okay, so in initiative order, Imran is first, but
not
you are quite far away.
I'm assuming
Probably
when he
doesn't.
starts opening up, I'll hear this.
Okay, yeah, you're probably not aware of it then. So yeah. Okay, so next we have Mal.
I'm going to float backwards.
Okay.
So I'm going to move and I float backwards as I'm like, "Wah! Yeah, get away from me!" And I'm just going to shoot them. What's their defense? I'm guessing average.
Poor.
Poor. Oh, 2s. Happy days.
They're like skeletons, mate. They're like, you know.
Yeah, but they are ethereal.
Do they have any weird damage reduction? for being
They
ghosties?
don't. Here we go. Yes. Ethereal. A chain rasp's body has long rotted away, making it harder to hit with mundane weapons. Chain rasp takes half damage from non-magical attacks and can pass through solid objects. Coming to get you, Simon.
However, I do roll 5
Oh.
successes.
Okay, right. Okay.
And so that's 7 damage, which they half.
Yep.
So
3.
3. Yes. So one of them takes 3 damage, and the others take 1 damage.
Okay. Okay. Your mundane bullets kind of start to shatter the spirit fragments of their bodies. Okay.
Did I hear that?
Oh yeah, you
Most
heard that.
And of course, it wouldn't be Malgra if you didn't spend metal and do it again.
Okay, go for it. Are you targeting the same one or a different one?
Yeah, same one, and then blah. And it's the same thing again.
It
so
looks quite insubstantial now. That first one you shot at.
Well, I just did the exact same thing again. 5 6 because I'm hitting on 2s. This is marvelous. Okay. So 5 7 down to 3, and then obviously half for the rest of them, or 1 point for the rest of them.
Okay, so as you bring the gun round and blow that, your bullets like tear that first spirit apart. But as you do, it doesn't cease to exist. As you break that form, you see the spirit energy return back into one of the caskets.
See, you ain't so tough, are you? I'm just gonna keep floating backwards and hopefully Val will get.
Okay, so you've gone back into the corridor.
Yeah.
So next we have Darak. You've seen him floating backwards, firing away. What do you want to do?
Sorry, I thought it was Imrinston, but yes.
You can see into the room now, so you can see 3 chain rasp spirits.
I'm going to enter into that zone that Mal's just left.
Oh,
Pulling out my greatsword.
okay, cool. Like it.
And I'm
Darrak
gonna-
goes hand to hand. As you go into that zone, you can see in the next zone, there's 4 more chain rasps and a chain rasp dread warden.
So do I take damage because I'm in their zone now?
Take 1 point of damage.
Take 1 point of damage. So
I like these zone effects. This is how I kill you all. With cold.
I have 8 toughness. I'm down to 7. Okay, I've got to check my melee is. So I'm only 4 dice for melee. No focus, and I'm average at this, but they're poor.
They're poor. Yep. So 3s.
Oh, 4 successes, and it's 2
cool.
plus successes, so 6 damage to one of them.
Okay, but it's non-magical damage, isn't it?
Yes, so half.
Okay, but you swing the sword, and it tears the spirit in half, and it swirls around back into almost like a trap into the soul casket to the side.
And I'm going to spend my metal, and I'm going to defend the zone.
Oh,
so a creature trying to enter the zone must use an action to make a body, might, or reflexes test, opposed by my body might.
So you're kind of batting people away.
Yeah, so anyone trying to get in this zone is like just big tree
right.
body check them, like bash with the branches.
Cool, I like it. I like it. Very cool. Okay, Vel.
I'm going to delicately whisper a quiet prayer to. No, I'm not. I'm going to bellow for Sigmar,
cool,
and then steam into them, activating Bulwark as I do so.
Okay.
And I'm going to go back to back with Darak and just mess their shit up with my magic sword.
Oh yeah, your sword counts as magical, doesn't it?
Does against them because it's a Sigmarite Questor Warblade.
Questor Warblade. You going for it?
Yep. So my attack
there's 2 in the zone.
Good.
Okay, their defense is poor.
So I'm on 2s.
Only the faithful.
Wow, I actually rolled 2 1s on that roll. So 1, 2, 3,
Wow.
4 successes. Damage is 1 plus successes, so 5.
Okay, and yours is magical, so that's all affected.
Yeah.
Your blade slashes through one of these chain
I'm
masks.
going to spend my other point of metal to do the other one.
I like it. I like it. Okay.
This one's going to pan out a lot more nicely. Yeah, that's 5, 6 damage
Oh yeah.
to the other
Okay,
one.
so your first attack slashes through one spirit, and the crackling energy coming through your sword, you flip it around, whoosh, and it electrifies the other chain rasp, disintegrating the spirit, and both of them back into soul caskets. These soul caskets that they're returning to, you see them regain some of their glow. Right. So next it is the Chain Rasp Dread Warden. It is going to, let's have a look. It's malignant weapon. Oh, it's going to wait. It's going to stand there. And it's going, yeah, behind a nice screen of like 4 other chain rasps, like, and then we will go to the chain rasps. They are going to, 2 of them are going to attempt to enter the zone. What do we do, Leon, to if they're going to try and get in?
So they've got to do their choice might or reflexes body, might or reflexes opposed to my body might.
Well, they don't have skills, they just have body. So they've got 2 dice.
So I'm 3. Where's might? So I'm 4 dice.
Okay. Oh, first one got 1 success. The second one got no successes.
I got 3 6. I got 2 6s, a 5, and a 1.
Okay, so they try to enter the area, but your kind of activities keep them at bay, and they stay in their own zone.
Doing web
Branches
of
spreading
death.
out.
Nobody can penetrate that attack.
Oh, Val, sorry, you had to take 1 point of damage from the cold when you entered the region, entered the
Okay.
zone. Okay, so that's there goes. Imran, you're standing there, having a cigarette by the control panel.
And does the sound
Working
come
a
from?
tab.
Does the sound come from behind the door on the right? So I'm assuming that's where it was.
Yeah, but the doors are so thick.
Yeah.
That it's actually kind of echoing round the corridor and coming through the door on the left, but
But I know
they're
it's-
in the
I know
room on
it's
the
from-
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just
Yeah.
walk over to the door on the right
Okay.
and pull it open.
Okay. There's a short curving corridor.
Yeah.
That will take you round to the next room that they're in.
Okay.
So you can move into that zone if you want.
Yeah. I'll just move around to that.
Okay.
side.
Cool. Move into that corridor. Right. Next we have Malgra.
So you're going to hear this ting as Malgra pulls the pin out of his aphoric grenade. Ah! And throws it.
It's got a grenade. Blimey. Okay.
Who knew?
Okay. So they're poor, aren't they? Those little raspy Rappersons.
Is it against their defense or is it just?
It's just a grenade. It just blows up in the zone and does 2 damage.
Okay.
Now, aphoric grenade has aether gold in it, but it doesn't say it's magical. So I'm going to say it's just a grenade. And does 1 damage because you half it.
Okay, so they all take 1 point of damage.
But he just felt good throwing a grenade.
Yeah. Well, it's handy to damage everybody in a zone, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so you throw a grenade into the zone. There's a explosion, and you see them all kind of shudder at the impact. Are you doing anything else with your metal? Because you've
Yeah, I'm going to shoot him.
you're going to need to move into the.
I'm not moving into the cold. I'm just going to use my metal to activate dodge, so my defense goes up by 1, just in case
Okay.
someone gets through to me. 'Cause
Okay,
I'm not
cool.
not that I'll
Cool.
admit it. Not that Malgra will
Up to
admit it.
him.
But
If they can get past Leon and me,
hey,
then we're all in trouble.
Malgra's not taking any. He went into a room and got frosted and cut up. He's not taking any risks.
Very true. Okay, so next we have Darak.
They're in the other zone, so I've got to move. Oh, how much damage do I take if I move in where the Dread Warden is?
Oh, in with them, you'll take 3 points of damage.
I'll take 3. Oh, they will be coming up soon. Maybe I better
Oh,
switch to
3
the
points
bow.
of damage. Don't like that. And does it ignore armor?
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely don't like that.
Oh, I can take it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
this
I'm
is
gonna-
Age of Sigmar,
yeah,
baby.
I'm gonna charge in there. Okay, so
Yeah, you're
I'm
right.
gonna
I can last 3 rounds in there.
go for one. I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna take on one of the chain rasp. Is it? Yeah.
Okay, yep.
So they're also swinging at them.
Yep.
So I got 2 successes.
Okay.
Plus 2, 4 damage, halves to 2
Okay.
on one of them.
Yep. You shatter that one, and its soul returns into a casket.
And I will spend metal to attack another one.
Sure.
Because hopefully, if I can get, if there's less than 2 of them, then Vel won't take any cold damage when moving in.
Well, there's 3 in there at the moment, and the Dread Warden. So.
Oh, I thought there were 3. I thought I just killed 1.
No, there were. Remember, there were 4 in.
There were
4
4.
in
There
each
was there were
zone.
4.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That is 3 successes. So
Okay.
that's 3 plus 2 is 5. Half it is, I don't know if you're rounding up or down, 2 or 3 damage.
Another one dead.
Okay.
Shattered.
I'm
Soul
down to
disappears into a casket.
4 toughness because the cold got to me. So cold.
Okay, cool. Vel.
Yeah, he's got a point. I've got one job. I'm going to do it. So it's metal for a heroic challenge, and then I'm going to attack the Dread Warden.
Okay, cool. Go for it.
So that's 3 damage for moving into his zone.
Yep.
But I'm gonna, you know, that Wonder Woman thing that she does in the bank, where she just kind of slides along the floor on her knees and then smacks that dude. That.
Cool. Like it. Go for it.
So right through the hole that he's just made for me with his greatsword, straight up and into the Dread Boss Wraith thing.
Yep. Almost underneath the greatsword, because you guys have got the same initiative, haven't you? So as he's kind of swinging it, you slide underneath.
He goes high, I go low. Am I going for something different on him? What's his defense?
His defense is good.
Okay, so I'm on. That's on 4s, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah,
3
because your
successes.
attack is good.
Only 3 successes.
Okay.
So that's 4 damage, but he takes it all.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. You see the fabric of the spirit starting to unravel and crumbling almost, this kind of strange effect that your magical weapon is having on its spiritual fabric. Did you want to use another point of metal to do another attack?
Yes, sure. I think I will, actually. So I'll come up behind him, having slid down and through the wraithy bits, slashing at him as I do. Turn around as I stand up. That's what I'm talking about. 4 successes, 5 successes, a further 6 points of damage.
Oh, nice. Nice. You scatter the spirit across the room. It sort of disappearing into a couple of soul caskets around you. One of them kind of shaking violently as it does. And you feel a pulse of power down your blade as you kind of bring it back. I don't think it really goes in a sheath anywhere, does it? You just are scabbard. You just have
might
it.
do sometimes.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
There might be a sheath on
adventure.
the inside of the shield, just to be polite.
Oh, okay,
sometimes.
cool. I like it. Yeah. Okay, cool. So there are 2 chain rasps left, and they are going to attack. 1 on each of you. Let's go with that, shall we? So Darrak, here we go. We're going to attack you. I'm average. What's your defense?
Average.
Okay, 4s.
I have 2 armor.
1 success, 2 points of damage. And the other one is going to attack Vel.
My defense is
Hard
good.
Tree bark skin.
I need 5s. So I got 1 success, 2. Which I think isn't enough to pierce the skin of a Sigmarine.
No, not with my armor of 3.
No, indeed. Okay, cool. Right, so we go back round to the beginning. Imran, you are outside the chamber.
I shall step into the chamber.
Okay, you step into the chamber and you can see Vel and Darrak fighting 2 ghostly apparitions, chains and rags dangling from them as they float in the air.
Are they in the same zone?
All 4, yeah, they're all in this, but they're in the zone next to you. But all 4 of them are in the zone, same zone, yeah.
Okay, so basically I'm going to use my metal to double my focus.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use the blast,
Fish smite.
which basically does everyone in the zone damage equal to how many I roll. I can do, because I've doubled my focus, I can ignore 2 people.
Okay.
6 dice. Have we
Okay.
got any sulfire? Because I need to roll 6s to do it.
Yeah,
We've got
Have
we
we?
got
There are
3.
3
I think.
points of
Yeah.
soulfire.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I've just done both the chain wraps 6 points damage.
Okay. So Imran comes strolling into the chamber
Really?
and summons a tidal wave of
Well, lads,
into the zone. Fish, crabs, sharks, an octopus hits one of them, just completely smashes the area in a big blast of water.
Little turtle. Am I in the wrong show?
Yeah,
I think you
Little
got to use
turtle.
jellyfish against the
How-
undead, haven't you? Really?
that counts as magical damage, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Certainly does.
What damage done with
and-
magic? I
and
would
they are
hope so.
all destroyed, and the spirits shatter and weave through the air back to soul caskets lying on the floor.
Squirrel and owl in my branches were huddling up to each other because it was so cold, but now they relax because the cold is gone.
Both of them look a little bit embarrassed.
You were right. Shouldn't split the party. I should know better, really, shouldn't I?
Yeah, now you show up.
It's
Aye.
fine. She turned up in time to save the day.
Save the day. We'd already done most of the work.
Right, let's just get these things fitted back into their cages. I said this would happen, didn't I? I said, if you leave people's souls to fester for too long, they turn to shish.
Aye. In the background, you can't quite see
Me and
him.
Imran will just be picking them up and putting
You can't
them
quite
in
see.
while those
Okay.
two chatting.
Malgra's like trying to hide it, but he's drinking some Gyra. Try not to let anyone see because like, he's and healing his 5 points of toughness that he lost.
Okay.
I will
Cool.
also drink some of my drops.
Yes.
Yeah, not
Okay,
a terrible
cool.
plan.
Cool. Okay, so you're plugging these soul caskets in. And there's a kind of sympathetic harmony that comes through all 3 chambers. You feel this kind of resonating through the room, and you hear a from somewhere beyond the doorway in front of you. And Imran, you can
Screaming.
sense that the realm gate has been activated. You just have that feeling. You've been around enough realm gates. You study them. That's your expertise. You know that that realm gate has been opened. And as you stand there, you can hear in the main control room the rumbling of huge doors opening up.
The doors
as
are
they
opening,
do,
guys. We better
You
get
can
back.
hear a cacophony of battle.
Okay.
For Sigmar!
It's all kicking off.
Hang on, isn't there a big door in here as well?
No, no.
There is, but this one doesn't seem to be opening.
Okay.
Can we get it open?
Perhaps from the main control room.
Okay, since we've got to go through there anyway, we might as well just go through that gate. I'm going to steam round there. Best speed, athletics, might, whatever it takes. I'm sprinting.
I'm
Oh,
flying.
Can I just cast my spell before he goes?
What are you casting?
I'm going to cast
Reinforced
Mystic
Dude.
Shield. Mystic Shield, yeah.
Mystic Shield.
1, 2,
Reinforced
3,
Dude.
4, 5, 6.
It's a good name for a spell.
And I can use my metal to double that to give me 3, 6, 8 dice. 5.
So should do for 6 rounds.
6 rounds.
6 rounds.
Okay.
Only on. It's only on one person, I think.
Yeah, it is.
I
Well,
will
you
start
act
looking
before I
after-
do anyway. You think much quicker than me,
Okay.
despite me being made of lightning.
Well, I have used my metal this turn.
I will walk after Mal if that's the order.
Okay, right. So you're going to rush round to the opening doors.
Yeah, absolute peg it. best
Okay.
speed.
So Vel, you running as fast as you can, every muscle in your body powering you forward, arms pumping, your legs hammering into the floor, causing dents in the marble as your feet are pounding into them. And you run and you come round the corner. And as you do, you've raced into the Realm Gate chamber, if you remember, large circular chamber, Realm Gate in the middle, 3 sets of double doors on the outside, and this kind of upside down orrery of spheres representing the realms. And these are spinning and rotating in a chaotic fashion.
See, I said, didn't I? I said.
And there is blood and death everywhere, with pockets of fire slayers fighting the forces of chaos, while unprotected researchers die to their vicious weapons. There is suddenly the orbs in as like slow motion now we're seeing the orbs stop suddenly. And the realm gate glows. An impossibly bright light bursts forth from the bottom of the gate, shooting upwards towards the beacon above on the bright spear. And then suddenly you see ahead of you a portal to a strange realm of change, of mutation and darkness. And through the realm gate comes a large head on the end of a long feathered neck with a big, huge beak and massive claws come through. A Lord of Change clambers through the realm gate, its wings clutching in as it squeezes through, and it climbs through to look at Vel as she runs round the corner and sees in front of her.
Which fucking idiot left this thing set to unfathomable evil?
In the corner, you can see. Let me find the name again quickly.
Raga, the Fire Slayer?
No. Well, yeah, you can see him fighting,
Yeah.
but you can see Kadis Ahmad, the keeper of the archives, the battle mage of Chamon, hiding behind a screen of cultists who are fighting the fire slayers. And she seems to be clutching something close to her and doing something in the corner. But you are slightly distracted by the Lord of Change clambering through. This enormous demon climbs through to fight you, and we will enter combat. What's the highest initiative in the party?
6.
Okay, well, the Lord of Change has got initiative of 12.
Oh, we are done for. We are done. Because I happened to look up some of the greater demons stats the other day from my book. We are pwned. Right now, we are in big trouble.
So, as it comes out, it surveys the chamber, looks around, sees Vel, this Stormcast Eternal, this symbol of Sigmar, the ultimate defiance to the forces of chaos. All these fire slayers and cultists, yeah, whatever, all that nonsense going on. That there might be something worth killing. And it levels its rod of sorcery at you. Right, ranged attack, extraordinary.
Even with great defense, in your twos. Oh my god.
This is the last episode, yeah?
It is now, yeah.
It is now.
Hang on, don't worry. He'll come back, Vel. It's the others you got to worry about.
I just spent 2,800 groats on this.
So I need 2s, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even with defense great, you're 2 steps higher than he is.
Oh, the real sea chicken for chaos. Okay, so that's I've rolled 8 dice. I've got 7 successes. Let's have 3 more. Oh, that wasn't very good. 1 more. So 8 successes. So that's 9 damage. Ooh, and a beam of pure power emanates from the end of this rod, searing through your armor.
Does it penetrate the armor, or does the armor soak some of it?
Your armor soaks. Yeah,
Okay.
armor soaks. It's magical damage, but it's not piercing.
Okay, sweet.
So
Right, I could take that.
I assume that didn't kill you outright.
It did not kill me outright.
Okay,
3
well,
off
hang on.
from the armor, and then 6 to my toughness. I'm going to feel it in the morning,
Okay. Okay, hang on.
but at
It's
least I'm going
going
to get a hit
to
in.
spend a point of metal.
Do it again.
Oh no, that's sorry. It's got several abilities. I'm just reading. It's going to cast Mystic Shield on itself.
What's its
Um,
current defense rating?
Great. So it's not as good as it could be. So it's going to cast Mystic Shield on itself, and it has a mind of 9 and channeling of 3. Good as a 5.
I'm going to spend a point of metal to use my diplomat talent.
So it's got +1 to its armor, its defense rating for 5 turns, 5 rounds.
Does it have any
Bolt on.
special rules that would stop Imran from dispelling that?
It's not going to dispel it.
Oh, Imran's not going to dispel it.
No, in fact, Master of Magic, spells and illusion. The Lord of Change embodies the grand designs of Tzeentch. As a free action, the Lord of Change can cast a number of spells equal to the current doom. So that was a free action. It didn't have to use a point of metal. It's going to fire its Rod of Sorcery at Braga Coppertoe.
That's my friend.
Yeah, we
So
liked
How
him.
many actions does
Blimey.
he get?
Sorry?
How many actions does he get?
It's
Enough
using
to
a
make
point
us
of metal.
cry.
Right, okay.
It's using a point of metal. So that's 5 followed by 2. So that's 8 points of damage on Braga Coppertoe. And I think it's going to leave it there for now. It's kind of rocked up, protected itself, hurt some people. It's kind of interested in what's going
How
on in
many
the room.
points of metal does it have?
Got 4 points of metal.
Used?
1.
He used 1. You know, it's not in serious situation just yet.
It is.
Yeah, it's got to get a feeler for the situation first.
Yeah. What's the sitch?
That's not pretty.
Oh, what did I say? Damage to Braga?
8.
7. Oh, wait.
7. 8.
So
It was,
So
he
takes-
rolled 7 and then got 8 point.
Oh yeah, he's got 2 armor, so he takes 6 points of damage. Okay, so there's like off to one side. See Braga Copto like, you fucking bastard! I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Is he
Kill
a
that
Doom
Titan!
Seeker? Is he a
What?
Doom Seeker? Is he going to be striking some of these runes to make himself really angry?
Oh yeah, he's got rune of
Being really
got
angry.
rune of awakened steel, rune of fury, and runes of iron skin. So you see him kind of pounding his runes on his body, and it's like he's like powering up. Doom, 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 doom. He doesn't get taller though. Right. So that is the Lord of Change for the round. The rest we're going to treat as like a big fight going on in the background. That's like backdrop. I don't think you need to worry about anything else. That's all kind of fun and games. I thought this would just be fun. We end with you guys fighting a Lord of Change for a couple of rounds and see what happens.
We're going to die.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. We're not going to go too late though, so we may end it with how did it turn out? But we'll see. This could be fun.
The bit your favourite fan fiction to win.
Imran's going to win. Right, it's Imran's go.
I will step forwards
Yep.
and charge straight at him. I'm spinning my staff, and as I get into his zone, I shall plant it in the ground. I shall cast my spell. So I'm
Okay,
gonna
so you're
cast-
moving and casting a spell.
It's going to
I'm
cast
gonna
light.
cast- No. I'm like dramatically moving and casting.
Yeah, no, I know. Sorry, yeah. I was just summarizing your actual actions.
Well, he's distracted by this like shiny guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Cloying Sea Mists.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to roll my 4 dice, and my 2 dice, and then I'm going to roll my extra
Ooh.
2 dice because I'm going to use my point of metal to double my training, basically. So I get 8 dice, and I need to roll 3 5s.
Good choice, Simon.
Okay, so I have cast my spell, which isn't that difficult on 8 dice. Okay, so you now have to. So I got 3, 4, 5. So you have to. Enemies in your zone must make a DN 4/5.
I'm going to
Body,
try and unbind your
fortitude.
I
spell.
was going to say he's going to unbind.
Fortitude. You're not allowed to have unbind as well.
The Lord of
Of
Change
course- of
steals the
course he is
magic
allowed.
from a
Yes,
rival
yes, that's right.
spellcaster. If the Lord of Change
test or
successfully unbinds a spell,
Yeah.
it can immediately attempt to cast the same spell as a free action.
Right.
Alternatively, the Lord of Change can consume the spell to regain toughness equal to the difficulty plus the complexity of the
Body
spell.
fortitude test or become incapacitated.
He gets
Yeah,
to
sure. I'm
unbind
going to
it
try and
first.
unbind you
That's
first.
fine, but you need a 5.
He
that's
needs
fine.
3 5s.
You need 3 5s. And if you
I
don't
need
get
3
3
5s. That's
then
fine.
You're done.
He rolls a lot of dice.
Let's have a look. I've got GM rerolls, haven't I?
You got 2.
God,
Don't worry. I'm going to use those on you guys.
Okay.
I got 2 6s. And I've got 2 more. No, I've got
focus.
1 more die. I needed 5s, didn't I?
yeah.
No, I didn't get 3 5s. I got 2 5s. 2 successes.
So you need to roll. What's your
Must have been
body?
a terrible roll.
That is a terrible roll.
you
I
got
rolled
no-
really badly. I've got
You got no
1
focus.
3 3 3 4 4.
Have you got
What's
no
your
focus
body?
to turn a 4 into a
Don't
5?
be telling about focus. Of course he's got
Is that
focus.
on which skill is that?
That'd be on your
Um,
channeling.
Oh yeah, I've got 3 focus on channeling. There we go. There we go. I've succeeded. There we go.
I think you're not allowed to do that because you didn't know. You're the GM and you should know better.
What?
Okay.
Oh, here you
cool.
go. Naren Izeka's just put something interesting in the
Yeah,
chat.
the
for
last
people.
stand. We were
Last
talking
stand.
about this before
Yeah,
we started.
yeah.
I've not been more wounded yet.
So he's gonna immediately attempt to cast the same spell as a free action
Yeah.
on you, Imran.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cloying Seam is 5/3.
Yeah.
So,
Right. So how
nine-
many of your metal have you used? How many of your focus did you use? It doesn't
1.
matter. 1. Okay.
yeah. I got enough successes to cast Cloying Mists on you.
Okay. So I'll use a soul point. Can I use a soul point?
Will the others
unbind it.
allow you?
Yeah, I mean, yes, because we don't want to take a doom point right now.
I'll allow
Okay,
it.
so I'll use that to be able to do unbinding myself.
You can have an unbinding off.
Oh, it's
I
like
unbind your unbinding
Imran-
of my
I'll
unbinding.
just roll
throwing
three
like a ball of
sixes.
light, and Lord of Change just batted it
I'll
back.
just
Yeah.
unbind
Back to
your-
back
I'll
again.
just unbinding your flailed
Okay,
shield
go
of-
for it.
What's it? I've done it. It's 3 6s. I only need 3 5s. I got 3 6s. I didn't even roll a 1.
Were you successful? Sorry.
Yes.
Yes, I got 3
Yeah.
sixes.
Soulfire.
2,
Okay, so
4,
you
and 4.
unbound it, so it just dissipates.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's this struggle, this kind of clash of magic in the center of the room
Yeah.
as Imran charges in, spinning and swirling the staff, brings it
Yeah.
down.
Throwing
A
fish
great
at
wall
him.
of water flies up with mist surrounding, and the Lord of Change goes to reach out and grasp it and swirl it around itself and throw it back at Imran, but then the wall of water comes up again and blocks the mist, scattering it out of the way. And as the titanic clash ends, you're stand there looking at Imran, appreciative of her ability to go toe to toe in a magical battle with a Lord of Change.
Before she dies horribly.
Yeah. Bigfoot. Who's next? Malgra.
Yeah.
In the immortal words of Admiral Akbar, concentrate your fire on those superstar destroyers.
that is the intent.
How many metal did he use? This
Maximum
Two.
3. I think he only used 2.
He used 2.
Yeah,
he's got
used
one
2.
left.
Yeah. No, he's
So
got two left.
left.
He's got
two left. He
four.
starts for 4.
Yeah.
So next round, he'll
Yeah.
start with 3 again.
Yep.
Because you get 1 back at the start of each round.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so what's his defense right now?
But it's not a numbers game. We're
Superb.
fighting a demon, so we're going to kick his ass old school.
Yeah.
Does anyone
Bringing this
have an issue with
downtown.
me using a point of soulfire here?
No, I don't mind.
Go for it.
And in which case, he takes 8 damage with armor piercing.
Oh, okay.
What was that about you not being an orc? That's a lot of Daka.
So
You told me to concentrate
less
fire.
armor. Okay. So you kind of float into the room with a little jet of steam, and you're like filling
Like
him
Baron
with bullets.
Harkonnen with a chain gun.
Yeah.
And I don't want to use the last soulfire point, so I'll just spend a metal and roll my next dice roll.
Okay.
And
Yeah, Leon hasn't had a chance to use any soul.
No.
Looks like the team needs some re-rolls. Oh, there you go. More Daka from Naren and Zeka as a
More
re-roll.
but in which case, it has to be used, and that's another 8 points of damage.
Oh, you haven't got consent yet.
Oh, sorry. Can I
Yeah,
have
you
consent to
can-
use the more Daka
It was
soulfire?
specifically assigned for Daka, so it's only appropriate.
I can't
Okay.
miss, it's so
You are
big!
taking. You can see chunks coming out of this creature. I mean, they are, even though they are huge, powerful, magical creatures, they still take some damage.
So, yeah.
And you know what that means? If it bleeds, we can kill it.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Yeah.
Isn't that Geralt? Right, Darak.
His armor's currently superb.
His defense is
So
superb.
his defense is currently superb.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd need.
Oh, and another one from Naren and Zeka. So
6. So I need
He's loving the Daka.
Dude,
6,
spend
but
a
I
point
need
of soulfire.
2
Spend a point of
6s.
soulfire.
yeah, I
Spend
think
a
we're
point
up
of
to 2
soulfire.
soulfire now. So you
Okay.
could.
I'm
You're
gonna.
gonna do your Hail of Doom arrow.
No, that's for multis. There's no.
Oh, okay.
There's no good against them.
Okay.
He's going to call
Yeah.
a headshot.
Like big sword.
Well, I didn't know if a headshot's better or whether I should knock it prone. What does prone do? If I take out its legs.
Prone can only move by crawling. The creature uses their move to stand up to end the condition. Melee and accuracy are decreased 1 step. The creature attacking a prone target from close range increases their melee or accuracy 1 step.
That's actually not a bad shout.
A creature attacking a prone target from outside close range decreases their accuracy 1 step per zone.
So okay,
It's
so
harder to shoot
it'll be harder to
a
shoot, but
prone
it'll be
target
easier.
far away because they're smaller.
Okay, so I
if
can
you're-
headshot.
I go next, and I'm next to it.
Yeah, and it'll get up at the start of its turn, won't it?
Yeah.
Okay,
And
I'm
then
gonna,
that's before you can shoot it, so it'll be back up again.
okay. So first one, I'm just gonna take a. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna cold shot its legs. So
Okay.
I need.
You
Oh,
don't need to
sulfire. I'm
roll if
spending
you're
sulfire.
Yeah,
Firing.
just soulfire.
Yeah.
Do
Spending
6.
sulfire. So that's
Okay, so how much damage do you do?
5 points of damage.
Armor piercing?
Yes.
Did your bow have piercing? It does,
Piercing.
doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
So it takes. Okay. Oh, you're
It's not
hurting it. You're hurting it. This thing is
Taking out
taking
its
damage.
legs. Just gone
Yep,
for the
and it-
ankle.
Okay, so what does it? Do I need to roll or is it just prone?
It just goes prone.
No, if the attack deals damage, the target is prone.
Okay, so you take out its knee, you hit it in the kneecap, and it drops down, collapses. Its huge wings knocking the dust and the tables with all their relics and papers and documents on up into the air and battering over a few of its own cultists who are there to worship it. And it kind of collapses to the floor.
Okay. And then I'm going to line up next to Mal and pull out a fistful of arrows. So I'm going to help Mal. So on Mal's next ballistic attack, he's going to add 3d6.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
More Daka!
I like it. I like it. Darrak is a real team player.
Light it up, bring the rain.
Okay, so next it is Bell.
Yes, it is. Okay, so, oh yeah. There's a heroic challenge for a start on the Lord of Change.
Okay.
Like, you demon, face the wrath of Sigmar. And then I am going to elbow drop it with a sword.
Okay.
Now,
So-
because it is prone and because of the heroic challenge, my melee is increased by 2 steps to
Ooh.
superb.
Ho-ho!
And his defense is knocked down a step, isn't it?
Yes, to great.
Great.
So
which
you
means
are
you're
hitting it
actually
on
gonna
threes.
freeze.
Wow, we've only got 1 Soulfire left.
I don't need Soulfire.
Oh, you can't use it, can you? Yeah.
Right. I got 1, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to re-roll the 1 with one of my
Okay.
re-rolls.
Okay, cool.
That's a 3, so I make it. That's 4. 5 successes. That's 6 damage
6 damage.
from my
Not armor
Sigmarite
piercing or anything, so-
Stabinator.
Cool. You slash it with a deep wound.
Then with my other point of metal, I'm going to do it again.
Okay.
Less well that time because... Right, so that's 4, not 5. So only 5 points of damage on the second strike.
Would your focus have helped you? Do you not have focus in melee?
Weapon skill. Yes, I do actually.
So would
That
that
can
bump your ass?
increase. Does
Yes, it
bump
would.
any
That
of
would
them
take it up to where it needed to.
6.
So that's 6 points of damage.
Okay.
I keep forgetting about that focus in weapon
Yeah,
skill. I
yeah.
got so obsessed with my focus in theology.
I was want to miss it because if I roll like a 1 or a 2, it doesn't really make a difference.
No, I
for a
have
lot of
no
rolls.
points in no training in theology, but I have a focus in it, and I always found
Yeah.
that really distracting.
Yeah.
I forgot I had one in weapon skill. So yes,
Okay.
that does the job.
So, Vel, so there's all these attacks going on in the chamber. The creature has fallen over onto the floor. You're slashing at it with your sword. There's crackling lightning. There's branch-like arrows. There's machine gun fire. There's walls of water everywhere. And it's the Lord of Changes go.
Oh God!
And it stands up. This thing has got a large kind of beak, eagle-like face, blue and purple with a long neck, and an alien creature if ever you saw one. But you can tell this thing is pissed off. And it looks down at Vel. And it is
I shall
going
bellow
to...
my defiance into the void.
I think it's going to zap you with the Rod of Sorcery again. It's a pretty good attack. It's a pretty good attack. Is there anything about using ranged weapons in close? No, there's not, is there?
No,
Right,
this is-
here we go. Rod
I'm
of
on great defense at the minute.
You've got great defense. Okay. I've got
Not as bad as you.
extraordinary attack.
Jeez.
So 2s. Here we go.
I think.
Oh God, a couple of 1s there.
And
So
how many
that's
focus have
2.
you got in melee?
Have you got any? No, it'd be in range, in ballistic skill. Have you got any focus in ballistic skill?
Oh, I've got 1 in ballistic skill.
Oh,
There
So
we
you
go.
can turn one of
That
those into a
makes
2.
that. Okay, so that was 8 dice, and I've got 7 successes. I've got 3 more dice. That's 3 more successes. So that's 10 successes. So that's 11 points of damage.
Right. How much damage did it do to me last round?
It
No,
was.
it only did. Did
It
do
did
3?
6. It did 6 after your armor soak.
6
You
after
actually
armor.
took.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So did 6 then, and
Yep.
now it's done how many?
It will be.
It was 11. did you
8.
say?
11 damage.
So it'd be
11
8.
So
damage.
8
Right,
damage.
So that's down to 8. So how many wound boxes?
What was your toughness?
What was
What's
your
your total
toughness?
toughness?
My total toughness is 9.
Okay, so you've taken
3.
a 2 and a
So
you've taken 5 points of damage.
Yeah, so he takes 5 points of damage, which is 3 wounds on your free of your wound
Yeah.
tokens. I've got to go because
Yep.
that's a deadly wound.
Okay, I still have a wound left.
Hooray.
Okay, cool. Right, it's then going to use a point of metal to use its Rod of Sorcery on Darrak. I have a penalty to do that, don't I? Because I'm not attacking Vel.
Yes, that's correct. You go
But-
down 1 step, but
Okay, so that makes
it-
me superb.
I think Darrak's
And what's
got
your
2.
Average.
Average
Average.
to
Okay, so
2s.
it's still 2s. Okay, I'm going to use a point of focus to turn up that to 1. That's so I've got 7 so far, and 3 more. Oh, I got another one. 9 successes, so 10 points of damage to Darrak.
So 2 armor, So
Yep.
that reduced to 8. I have 8 toughness.
So you're down to 0. You just
So do I take a wound, or I'm just
no,
No,
you're
you
just
don't.
down to
It's only-
0.
it's only
Now,
when
when
you-
you take damage, you take it.
blasted like a big
Okay,
chunk of bark?
I'm going to use another point of metal to use my rod of sorcery on Imren.
Let's go. That's your last point of metal, isn't it?
No, I got
No, because he doesn't fully regenerate. You only
Doesn't
get
fully
one.
regenerate. You had 3.
You would have 3,
You've just
so-
used another one, so you've got
I've
2
used 2.
left.
Yeah.
You've used
Yeah.
2
yeah,
this round.
this will be my second one
Yeah.
to attack
So you
Imren.
ask
Yeah.
you
Attack
what
Vel.
So you had 3.
Darrak.
This is your second one to
Yeah,
attack Imran.
basically I can attack all of you in this round. Yeah,
Excellent.
that's the goal.
And you've got
So
3
But
spells.
then next
with the
round you'll
2.
only have 1 metal.
yes,
And
absolutely,
at the end of
Yep,
this, you won't have
absolutely.
any metal to stop me zapping you with my spells.
That is correct.
absolutely. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to kill you all in one go.
Okay.
Um, so Imran, I'm going to shoot you. What's your defense?
Okay. No, it doesn't count as a spell, does it? It's just a ranged attack.
It's just a ranged attack.
Okay. So
That's
my
why I'm doing that.
defense, I have armor 1, or do you want to know?
No, your shield, is it good, average, poor?
Poor.
Poor.
hmm
Okay.
Shield poor. Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't matter, does it? You can't get worse than 2s.
It can.
It's 1s, isn't it?
You better hope he rolls a Yahtzee of 1s.
I rolled a couple of 1s, but I used a point of focus to upgrade one of them.
Yeah.
So that's 7 so far, and then 3 more dice. Oh, 9 successes, 10 points of damage to Imran.
Okay, so get armor 1.
Yep. So you take 9.
9.
What's your toughness?
Toughness is 7.
Okay, so you're down to 0 toughness, and you take 2 more points of damage. Means you take 2 wounds.
Two
You
of
fill
your
in
wound
two
counters.
of your wound counters.
That's fine.
Yep, and you get a moderate wound. Okay, and then I'm going to use my last point of metal to rod of sorcery on Malgra. Yeah.
I would love it if you
Uh,
just roll all 1s for this one
Yeah.
attack.
Tiger was like, "Come at me, you big
So
old
I'm
feathered
superb,
bastard."
and what's your defense?
It doesn't matter. You're doing tools.
Okay. I just like to check. Oh, that's all 8 of those are 2 up. Look at that. And 3 more. Here we
I
go.
mean,
3 more.
it's-
Yep, all of those. 12 points of damage to Malgra.
So 10. So I've got 7 points of toughness.
Yep.
Which means you take 2 of my 6 wounds because I am a
Oh.
Warden, and
Oh, you're pretty tough.
we're pretty tough.
Okay, cool.
We get 2 extra wounds over everybody else. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I am then going to cast a spell, which, granted, Imran may be able to unbind
Your-
it,
your
but I'm going to
free
use
one.
my free action because I have Doom of 1
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
cast Arcane Blast in this zone on all of you.
so that would be Val and Elfie person because me and Thingy are back.
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
you're
line.
not in the
door,
same
yeah.
zone, are
Um,
you? Yeah.
Now, do you have the same rule that
I rolled a 6.
oh,
You
Oh,
failed
hang on.
cast
I
it.
might.
you might zap yourself?
Sorry,
Yeah, you
Simon.
would. I rolled a 6. You failed to cast it.
He's just like, no, just no.
I
Just
actually
before.
rolled 3
Okay, cool.
sixes, but
Yeah,
I
that's
rolled a
fine. I want you
6,
to do.
failed
I want you to use the ability. So that's cool. Right. Okay. So
Well, I
you
have to
like
use a
you've
point of
all
metal.
come in and you're like attacking, and then it goes.
it does cost-
It's pure power, just
Yeah.
tearing into each of you.
Yeah, it does cost a point of metal to dispel that.
Yeah, it does.
That's one of the reasons for me casting a spell.
Cough, viewers, more rerolls. Cough. What?
Well, you
Sorry,
just
what's
got
that?
Vel just got one from Evil Gilmore. Thank you.
I
Evil
really
Gilmore.
need to use up these rerolls. Stop getting me rerolls until I've used them up, please. Now give soul fire to the rest of the party
Okay. Right.
because they're
So-
going to need it too. Because there's no
Give
roll for
Pete rerolls, he
defense.
needs
What's his body?
It's like a
We
big
don't
bird,
know.
I think.
What's the
What's his
body?
body score?
It's
Yeah,
body
but we
score. I'm not
don't
going to
know.
tell you
It's-
that.
it's a
What? You don't
demon.
know what it is.
Okay,
It's
right.
hard as nails, and we
2,
still need to fuck it
4,
up. That's how
5,
tough its body is.
It's Imran's go. What are you doing, Imran?
So I'm going
Cloying
to
sea
cast Cloying Sea Mists because you haven't destroyed it, have you?
No,
Which I
and he's
think
also
has
used up
that.
all of his metal,
Yeah.
so he can't
Yeah,
unbind.
You can't unbind it. Have we got any soul? Have we got a soul thing left?
We do have one
Got
soul
one.
There is
fire
a point of soul.
Okay,
Ah, there's now
so-
another
Oh,
point of
Merritt
soul
thinks it's
fire that's
James
just
on
come
the
in.
So I'm going to
Oh, there you go. Another
Can I
soul
use
fire. There you go.
Can I
Yeah,
use it?
Yeah.
use it.
Okay, so I've just cast Cloying Sea Mists. Okay.
Dan
on
didn't
2,
agree to
4.
that. I'm claiming a point of doom.
No, I agree.
Okay, so now we can find out what your body is.
Okay,
you
so
need to roll
sorry, were you doing
5.
cloying mist? Right,
Yeah,
okay.
you need to
So,
roll 5 4s on body.
oh yeah, okay.
Body fortitude.
Body
It's-
fortitude. Okay, so my body is 6 and my fortitude is 1. So I've got
Okay,
7
and
dice.
do you have any focus in fortitude?
No. No, I don't.
Ooh, so it's a straight 4-5 rolls. You gotta get
Yeah.
4 5s.
Got to get 5 successes and I've got to get 4s.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. That's
Yes,
right.
4
Yeah.
5.
4 up and I need 5 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. I've got 4 successes. But I do have a GM reroll.
Do you still have a reroll, I think?
So I'm probably going to have to re-roll those, otherwise you've
Well, yeah, because
incapacitated
you'd be
the Lord of Change.
incapacitated for 6 rounds.
Yeah, so I'm going to re-roll those 3 dice. I got another success.
Oh,
Oh, no. You have to reroll all of them, surely.
That's
No.
not how we're
no,
doing
that's
it.
not how
No.
rerolls works.
No.
You can
No.
just re-roll these unsuccessful ones.
Yeah, re-roll unsuccessful ones.
We
No,
played
no.
Alien since then.
I don't like the idea of that.
Cool.
It was a good
Okay.
shot.
Okay, so
It
can
was
I-
a good
Can
shot.
I use the last point then and do it again, just to really annoy him? And make
Have you
him
got a
look
point of
bad?
metal to do another action?
No, but
I
you can use the
a
soul
point of
fire to
soulfire
recover.
to get a point of metal and then do it
Yep.
again.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you won't be
Yeah.
able to get the auto 6s.
I won't be
But-
able to get the auto 6s. No.
Yeah, sorry, auto. Yeah, you won't be able to get. But
Yeah.
you've got quite a lot of dice, haven't you? Anyway, so
I've got, yeah, I'm basically on 6 dice, needing 3 5s.
I okay this. Leon, do you okay this?
I'm actually thinking because I thought it would be fun to see you really blast him with a gun with all like.
I mean, I would do that too. But if we could incapacitate the Lord of Change,
Yeah, go on then, go for that.
2, 3, 4, 5, and a 4.
Make
So
it battle.
yes, I've got
magic.
3 5 successes,
so that'd be 4
Okay.
rounds. If
4
he,
rounds.
So I need to make another roll.
Yeah. You've
Okay.
still got a reroll, haven't you?
I have got one more re-roll, but this is how you burn my re-rolls, you see?
Go for the magic.
So I need 4s and I need
5 of them.
successes of them. How many successes did you get?
I got 5. I got 5. 5?
I got
You
3
had
this
soulfire,
time.
didn't you? So they're all successes.
no,
No, you didn't-
No,
you didn't use soulfire for this one.
To get
I think you got
metal
3 successes,
pieces.
didn't you?
Was it 3? And I know I needed 3.
He needed 3. He got 5 because
got
that
5.
that means it gets an extra 2 rounds.
extra 2
of
rounds.
incapacitation if you
Yeah.
fail.
Okay. Because the number of successes I need is based on your successes.
No, it's based.
No. The
Yeah.
actual.
No, if you look at the spell,
actual
it says
enemies in your
DN4
zone-
S.
DN4.
S.
Oh, it's S, not 5.
Oh, not
It's not 5, it's an S.
Oh, well, he
Right,
got he
so
got
you-
5. Oh, so you would have
in
needed.
last round, you would have needed 6. No, you would have needed.
Oh, well, never
yeah,
mind.
6.
Right, so how many
Some
do
of
I
these
need this round? How many
5.
do I need this round?
5.
I'm the games master. Fuck you. Last episode. We were about to end it anyway. Millie wants to go to bed. Right, let's roll the dice. How many successes do I need? 5.
4
I got 5 successes. I've
Yeah.
got 3 6s, 2 4s, a 1 and a 2. So he is not incapacitated.
Okay.
Apologies, but you are using up all of his stuff. So he is like battered. The magic is flying. The arrows, the gunshots, the sword blades. So
And you know what's coming now, don't you? Because it's Malgra's turn, and we got Soulfire, and Malgra has 10 dice right now.
I'll give you an extra 3, yeah.
Yeah. So, team, do you mind if I use a point at Soulfire to
Do you
turn?
mind?
Please,
forward?
please do. Feel free. I do not
You
like
take-
to say, just
You
do it.
take 12 points of damage.
12
minus
points
1.
of damage. Minus 1 armor. Okay, so that's important. So, okay, right, you like tear into it. You've still got the scorch from the rod of
Yeah, but-
sorcery on your body, and
It
you're like
really
feeling the pain as you empty your gun. Okay, cool. You tear into it.
And then I'm going to use my point of metal to shoot again with the 9 dice.
Okay,
And you've got like quite high defense, haven't you?
it's superb.
Okay, yeah. Okay, and then 3 more. 5, 6 successes. So that's 6 successes plus my 2, so that's 8. Still 8 damage at -1. Thank you for those
Okay.
3 extra dice. They really helped me.
Okay, so it's staggering around. It's screeching, it's roaring, and it's screaming, and you can see that it's doing something. It seems to be trying to. It's not its turn yet, obviously, but obviously, whatever it's about to do seems to be drawing on huge amounts of power. And in fact, from the room around you, and you feel this kind of tug on your bodies and your souls as it's trying to do something bad. And Imran, you feel like it's trying to, like, puncture a hole. The gate behind it is kind of not quite
no, it's
fully
opening
working,
a gate in a gate.
but it seems to be doing something.
Trying to put a
Bad.
portable hole in a bag
Yeah.
of holding.
yeah. Oh, what's going to happen?
I'm waiting for the sheet for the thing to
Platoon.
turn up and
Okay.
give us our shield against all this badness.
So who's next? I think it's Darak.
So
Who's next? Which one of us is next to die?
I'm gonna cold shot. And I'm gonna shoot him in the wrist so he drops his staff. Or his
Oh,
rod.
okay, cool. I like it.
Can I spend this point of sulfur?
You can indeed spell it.
Okay, so
She can.
damage then is it's 6 piercing,
Okay.
and there's no test for it. It's like if the attack does damage. Oh no,
It's
yeah.
called shot one of your talents.
No,
No,
it's
anyone can do it.
actions in combat. Anybody can do it.
Anybody can do
Leon's
it.
been reading the
Uh-huh.
rules.
If the attack deals damage, that's no, that's that's legs.
God damn
Yeah,
them
the
rules.
target drops an item they're carrying if it deals damage.
Okay, cool. Right. So
No, through the wrist.
So as this thing is trying to summon this power, the wind whipping around the room, papers and documents flying, people falling off of their perches, knocked off their feet. You are all being billowed by this kind of almost black hole kind of feeling as this thing is trying to draw something, puncture a hole through to the realm of chaos itself. And as you see it sort of raising its staff, getting ready to make the final horrible screeching kind of intonement, you see an arrow pierce through the wrist with a little leaf poking off the end of it. And the hand suddenly flashes open and the staff hits the floor, the crystal in the end of the staff shattering, and something strange happens in the room. Suddenly, the swirl of wind reverses and twists around and forms around the Lord of Change itself. And as it starts to scream and writhe in agony, its
Don't you dare
body
cheat me of my final go.
is pulled backwards through a hole torn in the fabric of space-time, much like in Alien Resurrection, the hole in the window in the spaceship at the end, as it kind of gets jammed against this hole that it's trying to create, this portal to the realm of chaos. And it is being kind of pulled, drawn into it, it's screaming and reaching out, and its claws dig into the ground as it's trying to stay within the realm.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh yeah. Right. Cold shot to the goddamn neck.
Okay,
What
cool.
does that mean to me,
It
gentlemen?
increases
Eight.
difficulty
Increase
Okay.
difficulty to tip by 2.
by 2.
By
Okay.
2.
So his
I'm
death
currently
penalty is
on great for my
You'll
attacks.
need 6s.
I need 6s.
Remember your focus.
I remember my focus.
Remember
that's
your
2
focus.
6s. I'm going to re-roll them as one of my re-rolls. Yep. Can I use more than one re-roll since it's like Soulfire?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to use another re-roll. That's my 3rd re-roll. And
Go
that
for it.
does the trick.
Cool.
6.
Okay.
6 points of damage to the neck.
So you launch through the air, the power of Sigmar blazing through you
I
as
think
a
this is a nice
lightning
little
bolt.
swirly, round,
I
backhanded
like
blow.
it. Kind of coming
Spectacular.
through.
Yeah.
Boom. And as you fly towards it, it sees you coming and it's tearing at the ground and it reaches up with its neck to try and bite you. But you see it opening its weakness, its weak spot. And you just angle your blade slightly differently and a crackle of lightning comes through the steel of your weapon as you sever its head from its body. You land, dum, its body disappears through the black hole. Thum, its head hits the floor next to your boot. And the wind stops, the swirling stops, and the fire slayers seem to get control of the room, battering down the last cultists. And as you look around, you see Braga Coppertoe horribly murdering the keeper of the archives in the corner of the room. And you look around each other as Vel is standing with her booted foot on the head of a Lord of Change in the Realm Gate chamber beneath the city of Brightspear, the beacon above you lit and forming a lighthouse for all those who wish to seek out safety in this realm. And we will end our episode there. Cool. Awesome. Great. Well, that was Age of Sigmar. That was a lot of fun.
Those
That was
demons
a
are
lot of
tough.
Yeah.
Just imagine if we didn't have all the people giving us all that sulfur.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, Imagine.
Oh,
I mean, yeah.
So thank you, viewers, for helping us. You were the extra person tonight.
I'm so
for sure.
glad I saved my rerolls as well.
Yeah. No, that was
last
lots of fun.
strike cost me 3 rerolls.
I think you were helped as well by Simon's magical battle
Yes.
consuming a lot of its
sure.
energy. If if Imran hadn't been there to do that, I think you probably would have been screwed.
Yeah, we wouldn't have made it past that
you
first
all
round.
made it work, you know. So that was absolutely fantastic. Thank you guys for really getting into it. I really like Age of Sigmar. I like the
You
system.
can't play it without getting into it, can you? This has got to be full cheese.
You've got to embrace it. You've got to go full Age of Sigmar. You know, it's completely other end of the spectrum from Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, which is great.
It's in battle, isn't it? The whole thing is just like every single character is God.
Yes.
Almost.
Yeah.
Oh, for
And I was
crying out
trying
loud.
to amp it up for you guys so that, you know, all the effects were kind of souped up and everything was really powerful and cool. So yeah.
So I bet 2,800 groats on us winning that.
I bet 5,000 that we wouldn't.
And I just got 7,000 back.
Yeah.
Thanks,
You don't
Leon.
need 7,000 groats.
No, I
Ben.
don't.
And Leon
We're
just
going to have
lost
to make
5,000.
player rerolls 10,000 groats.
That's the first prediction I've lost. I'm going blank.
Cool.
We don't have to
Okay.
make player rerolls that much more. It's just me that's sat here on it because I'm in everything.
Well, that was a lot of fun. Thank you, and I really enjoyed the starter adventure. Once I got my head around it and made a few little changes, I shortened it massively, obviously for a 3-parter, just to have that kind of flavor. But lots of fun. Thank you to my players, and thank you everyone in chat. As Dan said, very much aiding our group of superheroes on their quest. So that was fantastic.
Yeah, that was everyone's story.
Absolutely. So the rest of the week, tomorrow, what do we have on the channel, Ben?
Tomorrow we have Those Dark Places, which is going to be the second solo short, following on from last week's Cordyceps Conundrum.
Oh yeah, which creeped me out a bit, I have to say, but it was very, very good.
Good. It was supposed to creep you out a little bit. So there's another one of those tomorrow, a little bit more action oriented, maybe, depending on how it goes.
Cool.
And that is the rest of the week then.
That is the rest of the week. Oh yeah. We've just had Millie wants to come and join us on screen. Yes, please do come and join us, Millie. Oh look,
Hello.
Millie, the GM's just popped in.
I just got my sticky
Hey.
tape out. Look, I just put my tape on it just so I could come in.
Now you're just showing off.
I know.
Hey,
right?
Millie, thank you for producing this short series.
It's awesome, isn't it? I
Yeah,
loved
it's
it.
great fun. Yeah,
I
lots of
loved it.
fun.
It's like
Lots of fun.
proper,
Very silly game.
proper superhero. And you go back and you think like we were laughing with Heinkel conjuring a bee. We're like a
Yeah,
bee.
Yeah.
And Imran's like, I'll just have 20 sharks. An octopus.
Sharknado.
It's freaking tidal wave mofos.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I loved it. It was
Yeah,
great
lots
to
of
watch.
fun. Lots of fun. Cool. Oh, well, I think Millie's joined us to talk about what's going on next week. You're not doing The Expanse next week, are you, Millie?
No, I don't have internet for a couple of days, which makes it very hard to stream.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So instead, I'm going to do a dev stream of Spectaculars on Monday to fill the
Absolutely.
Garblag Monday slot.
We can't have a hole.
No, heaven forbid. So come along on Monday and join us and help me create a knockoff version of London to take the place of London in our Spectaculars game for the Eldritch mystery magic-y superhero spectacular that's going to be starting in June.
Cool. On Tuesday, we've got Worlds Without Number with Upon the Duskfall, where we have my Wild Mountain setting and some fun adventures with Slack Mamba, Feathers, Lieutenant Sheila, and Silent Cricket, venturing out into the Dustfall Sea to rediscover their past and to protect their future. And that's Worlds Without Number, which is an old school D&D-esque game. So that's lots of fun. And then next Wednesday, Jim will be back with the crew for Once Upon a Time in the Old World.
You've done it
Sorry?
again.
Oh, I've forgotten it again.
You have forgotten
Escape
it.
from Skullcano Island.
Yeah.
Yes, I keep forgetting it. Sorry.
Garblag North America. I mean, I know
Garblag North
they're like
America.
the provincial offshoot office, but we
Well,
need to make
I told
them feel
Matt
included.
once he runs 2 shows a week in North America time zones, then we'll treat it like it's okay. No, I just keep forgetting it. Sorry, because it's not in my time zone. Yes, we have boulders, elephants, giant gorillas, tiefling paladins, and
kind of
emo ranged combat. But yeah, no, lots of fun there as well. And that's Tuesday night, 9 p.m. CST, so that's American.
Mm-hmm.
Then on Wednesday we have Tales from the Old World, and then finally next week on Thursday,
I'm gonna kill P in Alien.
yay!
No, we're gonna do some character creation because so the Colonial Marines book that came out actually has campaign play, which is an interesting concept in Alien. Like, don't try and die. Don't kill your character this session because you can get some XP.
XP.
And then,
Wow.
maybe level up, maybe not level up, but, maybe improve a
Yeah,
talent or maybe get a new talent or improve
Maybe
skill.
play a marine that's not dumb as a bag of rocks.
Well, we're going to create our own characters rather than pre-gens. We're going to play a campaign. It's the Frontier Wars, which if anybody's played or watched or listened to somebody play Destroyer of Worlds, kind of continues on from that. So if you've been doing the cinematic scenarios that the Free League have published, there's bits in that you might learn and know about ahead of our players. And otherwise, it's just going to be a great rollicking express elevator to hell.
Going down.
Yeah, I've read it all. I've read the PDF too many times already.
Oh, cool.
It's really
Cool.
good. It's really good. I'm impressed.
I'm gonna see, Millie, how many times I can die.
Yeah, no XP for your characters.
That's
Just
fine.
Once a week minimum.
new
I'm
grunt.
thinking Comtech Marine, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
see what
we'll
happens.
We'll make some.
Why don't you play us out with that wonderful new
Yeah.
trailer?
Yeah, I think that should be the end of the show. We've got a fantastic new trailer from Millie for that show. But before we put it on, thanks everyone for watching. We've been Garblag Games. Stay safe and happy gaming. And we'll leave you with this wonderful trailer for the Frontier War.